Hi guys, hi everyone. I know you're probably wondering, this is not my usual boisterous self, but I just had to come vent because your girl has just really been going through it. It's easy to say, ongoings are not really affecting you, but these things have been taking a toll on me. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to film a video, blah 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 blah. I want to film a video. I'm like, I can do this. You can shrug it off. I'm like, okay, I can just shrug it off and come film a video here. Yeah, I didn't even plan this. I didn't even plan to come live or whatever, but some things just have to be done. I'm just trying to, share myself out in case some people are interested in joining in on the conversation, but it has just been a lot going through all these things. Like any Nigerian that has probably been dealing with it. There's no how you can't be. It will only be inhumane to say you are not feeling all the things that are going on in the country. I've cried. I've been grieving, seeing the bodies of people that died. These are people's fathers, mothers, and to even realize that the protest was peaceful, and then soldiers killed. I was like, no, I'm not going to get emotional. I don't like seeing people get emotional on lives, but I'm like, okay. The I saw a video. I saw the video. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this video of the palliatives that people have been finding. What I mean by the palliatives is like during COVID, yeah, I guess some NGOs donated money to Nigerian government and food items to give to people during COVID, to share to people that couldn't afford it, were in pains, they're going through hunger. And then it was during this protest people were able to discover those warehouses. As we speak, I have watched several videos of them discovering in Osun State, in Lagos, confirmed in Ondo State. They just keep describing, like, how can you be so wicked? Yeah. And it's not like they're eating this food though. This food they're in store, they're just there. Like just literally there. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm like, I can only just come and vent, and this is not something that you need to film a video about. I just feel I don't want to, like, I just want it to be like my raw emotion. And if anybody has anything to contribute or just to say in general, we can just have a chit chat. If you want to join me on the live, it's okay. But I just really wanted to come here and vent just for a few minutes and just relieve myself. You know, it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot. Like anyone can come and share their own experience. I have been, watching these videos. There are times that I felt like, okay, I need to get off social media. Whether you like it or not, mentally, it just started to affect me. It literally just started to affect me. It just started to affect me.
On social media,
I
whether
was
you like
like,
it or not.
I was like, what in the world is going on? Hi, Essential. Thank you so much for joining. I can't even say, okay, I didn't know people have been coming in. I didn't click on how to see the comments. Hi, guys. Hi, Essential. It's a sacrilege, sis. I pray too that it births a new Nigeria. Like that is just my prayer, that all the lives that have been lost, it can't just be a waste. Like at some point, I'm like, God, I used to see, like in the Bible, yeah, God does all this, things that you would see things happen and God would be angry and just make things happen. So I'm like, I want that kind of reaction. I want all those kind of miracles to happen. I want all those kind of miracles to happen. Something should just happen to those our leaders. As we speak now, I'm not even sure. Yeah, being traumatized. As we speak, I'm not even sure if we actually have a living president. Like how can somebody even live in such a situation where you're not even sure if your president is alive? There are still speculations and all that. There are still speculations about everything that is going on, whether the guy is alive or is dead. And the painful thing is, I just watched one of the leaders, like their kids are doing their graduation. So you can see that these people, they are moving on with their life. So, but it's difficult for you as a business person to say you won't move on, but then it affects you emotionally because we're not just the leaders, we are the people. Thank you so much, Shugswall. Thank you so much. Thank you. I understand that you're at work. I feel you. I feel you, sis. I feel you. I just had to come vent for a little. If you can just, there is no president essential. There's no, I'm not even sure. Like, I can't beat my chest if they say make a bet if we actually have a president. As it is, there's some part of me that is just saying that maybe the guy actually died of the illness that people were speculating in the UK. But because, it might cause some sort of upspa or whatever, people will not want to say it. Yeah, people might not want to bring up those emotions or whatever. They will not want to bring that uproar if we realize that we have a president that is late, that kind of thing. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. It really has. Like, I'm like, how wicked can you be? There was one where they discovered that there was bag of money here that was just rotting in a Ghana must go. I was like, wow. So there's Ghana must go just rotting in a bag. It's not like you're talking of millions of naira, that where there are people that are poor, there has to be a level of the wickedness. Like, there are levels of wickedness. There's when you see somebody just being plain mean, but this one is on a different level. Bag of money while people are dying, rotting. Have you seen the people in the streets? Have you seen how they look? Have you seen how hungry? Have you seen how people hustle? No, now we've moved past, government should come and do road for us. Government should come and do this for me. We've moved past all of that, right? We are now like, okay, we just don't want SARS to kill us. We want to be able to function. Like, when I hear the reports that SARS will stop you, open your phone, now say open your bank account, now check your bank account, now drive you to the ATM. I don't know if you guys watched that interview when Fowles was, talking to CNN, and it was like, they will literally open your phone. So evil, sis. Hi, Roxanne. Oh, thank you so much, sis, for joining. Thank you so much. I'm just here ranting. We talked about it earlier, and I was just telling you how emotional I am. The essential, Roxanne is saying hi. I was just telling you how emotional I am. Like, it's just difficult to function and do a whole lot of things. I don't know, but that's why they say home is home, because you cannot shrug these things off. If yes, I'm not presently in Nigeria, but my soul, my spirit, my body wishes I was home to just be a part of it. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, how can you? Okay, I know that I'm just all over the place, but I was like, sometimes I'm just thinking of the army officers and the police officers that they sent to the Lekki Toll Gate massacre to go shoot people here. Even you, when you get there and you see that these people are a lot, there were pregnant women there, there were kids there. I heard they asked them, form a circle, the kids should stay in the middle with the pregnant women. They said, let's shoot him. Meanwhile, those people were all seated, because once you see soldiers in Nigeria, we respect them. We are not fighting with them. None of them had guns. They were literally just like, okay, they say, okay, they were waving their flags peacefully, seated on the floor, and he said shooting at them. Even if government gave you an instruction, there is still a heart in you. There is still a heart in you that will be like, this thing is not good. You guys just run. Just be running, go home, just be running, But you shot at people. They said 40-something minutes later, they met some cops. When they ran away from the soldiers, then they met some cops. The cops were shouting, die, finish them, kill all of them. Oh my God, my spirit. As in, you guys need to watch some of these videos. Like, after watching it, I was like, God, is there no balm in Gilead? God should just, like, I don't know already. Like, I'm tired of seeing all these kind of things. I'm tired. So evil, sis. I have not seen, like, the Bible says the heart of man is wicked, but there are levels to this wickedness. So there are levels. You see food, you can't give people food. Then to top it up, I was like, okay, when the Lekki massacre comes, there has to be an excuse. The leaders now said they are not aware that there were deaths, that they are not sure if the information is genuine. Our leaders say they are not sure if the information is genuine. I'm like, how crazy is that? How mean can you be if you're not sure if the death actually occurred? Like, to even like to demean or to disregard, there's a word, to not acknowledge that people's lives were actually lost. I was so pained in my spirit. Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. Judgment is coming, but I need the judgment to come real quickly. I need the judgment to come real quickly, sis. I need it to come real quickly. Like, it's taking too much. It's taking too much time. It's taking too much time. We'll be ranting. And you know, the amazing thing is, Nigerians, we are never ever like united in certain things. But for the first time in the entire world, in entire history, Nigerians, not just Nigerians in Nigeria, Nigerians all over the world protested, marched. Any of our leaders that they know, maybe any of the ambassadors or anybody that is in any country. I don't know if you guys saw, you know, one of the leaders, Tinubu or whatever, he was in France. He took his private jet, to see how wicked these people are. He took his private jets and went to France. When he went to France, the Nigerians in France protested, went to his hospital. In fact, they said at the hangar itself, they were literally screaming, thief, thief. They traced him, followed him to his hotel. The hotel had to evict him because of the number of protesters outside the hotel, that he was causing attention and bringing, you know, harm to other people. Because, of course, after protesting for long, people start to get angered. There was one video I just watched recently before coming live now that, was it an ambassador in Austria or whatever? They were literally about to attack. It was the police that saved him. Nigerians were about to beat him pop and blue. Only for our president to come and, at least let our president come and acknowledge us. I'm not even sure of what that guy said. I watched it. I was like, what did I just watch? I kept waiting for the moment that he would acknowledge and say he just, the only thing I heard him say was, so-called protesters, they are lying. Roxanne says, look, Roxanne is even saying they are lying. Like, sis, I don't even know. And you know, the thing is, now everybody's starting to mention, like, question their mental health, because they are making it seem like Nigerians are lying, because they told CNN, our leaders are telling CNN, all this Al Jazeera, that nothing happened. There was no massacre, there was no killing. Can you imagine how crazy that is? If not for videos, oh my God. To find out that the soldiers were even picking their bullets, meaning that they wanted to do this and get away with it, that they were even collecting some of the dead bodies, that they wanted to go dispose of them so that it would be like it never happened. Trying to erase everything that happened. Have you guys seen such wickedness? Have you guys? I was live too on IG. It was live. Thank God for live. Thank God for social media. Hi, Taishika. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. Amen. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. You know, I'm really, hoping and trusting God that really God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Thank God for social media. Thank God that this video was broadcasted live. How can an evil government turn off the CCTV, turn off the lights in the street to plain darkness? Start shooting at their own people for protesting against being maltreated by the police. This one has to be really deep in it. As I feel like, no, Jesus, like, you need to come already. Like, just like, come do something. Like, I have never seen it. I have never heard it. Like, I've seen wickedness. Yes, there's police brutality in America. Like, you can say, okay, it is racism. Not that is valid, though. But your own people peacefully protesting back to back. There was no, let me address the people. Like, our society has gotten so decayed, so rotten, that premeditated murder, that is like you literally just said it, that is murder. They were picking their bullets. You know that the people that were shot had to start packing bullets as evidence so that it won't be like, and to tell you, to confirm it, they were actually telling CNN that it is a lie, that nothing like that happened. Our government that said they are not aware, that they need to probe into the killings. Then all of a sudden they are saying none of it, no accountability whatsoever. Nothing. God, I've never seen it. I've never, as in, my spirit is born. Sometimes I'm trying, I'm like, it's not going to affect me. What's that? Like, you're trying to like ginger yourself, but it affected me. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, seeing people's bodies, see people's fathers, even the protesters in one state, one government official just stopped and was like, let him give them money so that they can stop protesting. And for the first time, my people, if you know Nigerians, you know we love money, we don't joke. They refused money. They said this don't money matter. Nigerians all over the world protested, came together. The only time that Nigerians ever come together is maybe there is a soccer match. You know, this is madness. They are murderers. That's what Roxanne is saying. And you know, she isn't even like, so you hear someone that's not even Nigerian say this, like, it just hurts to my chest. It just hurts. I was like, I just need to come and vent. I need to come and discuss and share with you guys. Essential says, I was out for 3 days, so weak, sis. When you're talking of staying off social media, like I was literally, you know, like I'm like, okay, yes, this is one time that I'm like, okay, I need to stay off social media. Like, you can't just go there and say you have a strong heart. At some point, it's okay to grieve, because people were also grieving, mourning. This was not even a case of, oh, at some point when this thing started, people were like, protest, what was going on? It was later people started to really join the protest. It was after people were murdered. I already protested before the murder happened. So I was like, you don't even need to wait. Especially living out of Nigeria, you start to understand that this protest really matters. It might be somebody else. It might be a CNN reporter driving past where you're protesting. They say, what are those people protesting about? But because of how we've lived in our society, we don't believe in the power of where 3 or 4 or 5 people are protesting. I said, where I was protesting here in Houston, some white women and joined us in the protest. I took pictures of it. They just saw it. They were like, what is going on? I didn't know that they had seen the flyer somewhere on Instagram and they came to join. You don't understand how important this is. Even interested. I'm like, yo, this is it. This is what we are facing. So anytime you see any Nigerian, please give us kudos, because we are one of like the most hardworking people, always trying to get ourselves, you know, give ourselves morale, trying to encourage ourselves, trying to pull through everything that the society is giving us. But you know what really blew my mind? They went to one of our kings in Nigeria. They went to his to protest. Okay, they went there. You know, the crowd was mad. So they went there. They were like, okay, they want to. It's the Oba. They call them, you know, Oba in Nigeria. They are called kings. Deep-seated wickednesses. Did you see that they had dollars, bundles of dollars, buried in their coffin? Like, they had money, yo. The people went there and took it. Nigerians went there and took it. Like, the protesters marched there because Obas, kings are known to speak for their people, yeah. So people went there, you know, angry that this has been ongoing. None of our leaders even came. I saw people, there were videos of some guys that broke into the Oba's palace, went there. In fact, our youths are now swimming in their pool, in that they have private pools, you know, in the palace. So some of them were able to get the dollars and spring. I said, wow, this is dollars. This is money right here that our leaders have. Oh my God. And there is hunger in the land. We're not talking of mere hunger. Like, have you seen, there are some streaks of poverty, there are levels of poverty. Like, you see people being hungry. I don't know that kind of wicked. I don't know that kind. I don't know how to explain it. I understand that people are wicked. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining my live. How are you doing? I'm just out here talking about, you know, what I told you about earlier on your live, about how our government has been, you know, maltreating and treating Nigerians in a mean way. So there was the protest and all that stuff. And, you know, during the protest, there was a massacre, a planned massacre, I would say, by the Nigerian government on Nigerian citizens. I dare to say it to their faces, okay? Yes, if they ever see this video, I dare to say it to their faces and to their children, okay? Because, and one thing I always believe is, even if you're a leader and as a follower, I feel like if they ask you to do some things or certain things, I feel like you, even in as much as you say, yes, my honor, yes, my lord, when you get there, you guys can re-strategize and say, you know what, we don't need to waste fellow citizens like this. So also to the army and to the police, you also need to be held accountable for your actions. Because even if the government said, oh, you should do this, you should do that, I feel like you also have the right to go there and re-strategize and say no to certain things, even if it was government that ordered that. I refuse to say that your heart is made of stone or that you're a robot. That is why till this date, soldiers are not robots. Okay, they are still humans with hearts. So when you see women there, you see children, you see men, and you see that they are peacefully protesting, waving their flag at you, I don't know what kind of order that you have to waste people. I don't know. I don't know. And to whoever ordered that move, whoever, I dare to curse you, because ah, it is mean. I'm just trying, because I'm like, okay, I don't want YouTube to flag this live, and I'm just, trying to just. But when you watch all these things, I was fine. I was like, fine, I'm like, okay, I'll try to get my mental health together. But going back to Instagram and seeing all these things, seeing our leaders, and we're all like, okay, our president is going to address us and they'll be calm. Yeah. And he addressed us and he didn't even acknowledge. And some are coming up, with some theories that he's probably not even alive. And that was like a pre-recorded video in 2017 when this particular SARS, these evil cops that we're all protesting about, they've been banned or banded, or whatever is the word. They've been disbanded like 4 or 5 times. Okay, they've been disbanded 4 or 5 times. So people were saying that video is not a recent recording. He only acknowledged, the only thing he said was so-called protesters. That was the only thing that he said relating to the situation at hand. So as we speak now, it's possible that we don't even have a president. Our president is probably dead, but we are just, like, our country is just in disarray. Anybody, I don't even know. And I've never seen this kind of thing. Like, how do we come up from these things? I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just over it. Seriously, I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm like, the emotions, like, regardless of, even if you're not living in Nigeria, home is home. Even if you're not an African, even if you're not like Nigerian, there has to be some sort of you that sees wickedness and is like, no. Just like I would watch, I can't remember the country now that just was before now. I was seeing how callous, because their soldiers were being to them. I'd never seen humans hit another human with so much vigor. Like, you literally want to kill them, brutalizing them with guns. And I was like, I just felt it in my heart, like, wow, this is wickedness, yo. So it's still the same thing. When you see how this SARS, the evil cops in Nigeria, would literally harass Nigerians. Like, if you look fresh or you look good, you're dressing well, they will literally stop you. They will say, oh, you're a prostitute. And even if I'm a prostitute, how is that your business? How is that reason to harass anyone? Congo, yeah, Essential Circle says it's Congo. Yes, I saw what's going on. There's also ongoing in Congo. Like, I don't even know what is going on. Is it that our leaders are so like lost out of touch with humanity, or they're just like playing wicked? Because I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can be this wicked. Personally, I'm trying to wrap my head. I'm trying to justify that, sometimes maybe people grow up, without a parent. So I'm trying to justify it, yo. I can't relate. I can't understand. Okay, so why is it so important for you to lead if you don't have the heart to lead? If you don't have the heart of a human being to lead, why is it so important for you to lead? Why do they have to be there? Why is it so important for them to be there? I still don't get it. I still do not get it. I still don't get it, sis. I still don't get it. Please feel free if you want to join in on the conversation. The link is on. If you want to join in, if you want to chat, if you want to rant, please feel free. I know some of you are at work and all that stuff, and I completely understand. I completely respect that. But your girl has just really been going through it. I know it's not one of my, YouTube tips or advice videos, but there's a time for everything. We are all humans in the end. And I was trying to go on. I was trying to film like my regular videos. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to film. After all, my content is strictly based on it. So I don't want to deviate. But there is a part of me that says, that meme, I don't know what's the saying, essential, I don't know if you remember. There's a saying about, when you decide to keep quiet, there's a point where your silence becomes betrayal. I'm not about to sit here and act like, oh, everything is okay, then I cry, because yes, I won't lie, I've cried each day. about what's been going on. I've cried. I've cried. I have cried. Not just I've cried like a baby, wept, if possible, if I call it that. Because Nigerians can be aggravated, but for Nigerians to come and unite and be peaceful, peacefully protesting, that was like a statement as loud as it is. And I also want to use this opportunity to say, you know what, now there has been a bit of calm, and people have been ongoing. I've been saying that, in as much as we're going through everything that we are going through, it's some of these things, some people are getting to the point where they want to damage stuff just out of anger, still out of emotion. They want to damage. I'm like, look, some of these leaders are not going to be affected if you burn down the banks, burn down all those things and damage those things. In the end, it's still us that will suffer for it. I know it's a way of venting out our anger. It's an expression of anger, expression of resentment, expression of, irritation, bitterness. Especially if you're there and you witness the loss, you go back and you see those bodies on the ground. It's an expression, but yeah, let us not damage all those properties like the banks that are ongoing. We should just try to avoid those scenarios. It's anger, my sister. It's anger. And it's easy for me to sit here and say that, but I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if I was there. Trust me. Because literally when I'm here, when I watch this video, sometimes I'm literally fist punching the wall. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Is this a joke? How do you mess with people's emotions like this? I don't know. Yeah, we must amplify our voices. I'm not about to sit here and act all like, oh yeah, everything is fine. Yeah, there's a time to, film those videos and all that. But maybe after venting, I'll feel like, but I just feel, this needed to be said. And just to state categorically that Nigerian leaders are wicked and it's time for a change for us. And with prayers, okay, we're still praying, but we also need to move. Nigeria is also known to be a religious country. Yes, we pray, we're Christians, and we really love our religion. And one of the reasons why we are so religious is also because we've had a failed government. So we literally, God is all we look up to, for progress in our life. That is all. Okay, that's all that we look up to. But I also believe that, there are some things that God will do for us, and there are some things that God wants us to do for ourselves. If we had not cried out loud, CNN won't have heard our complaint about answers. The whole world won't have witnessed what is truly ongoing, the shame that we call the government. Okay, if we hadn't cried out loud, all of these things would have just been, you can imagine that they killed people, and they are still trying to turn down the volume, trying to deny it, that none of such happened. Now, I do believe in prayers, and we are still going to pray, but it's also important for us to do the work. Whatever it is, you need to sign a petition, you need to protest, peacefully protesting, against danger for your life and your family. Okay? Peacefully protest, whatever it is you need to do, sign petitions, do your research, whatever it needs to, tag CNN, tag, film, record. Part of also this movement is filming. Do not keep quiet. Amplify our voices. Essential already said it. We need to film. Imagine the power of videos, the power of a live stream. Do you know that the lady that, hi Floyd, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Hi, thank you so much for always coming through for me. Thank you for always joining my live. I appreciate you so much. So I'm literally talking about ongoing in Nigeria. I don't know if you're aware, there's a movement. It started out as a movement against some killer cops. That's what I like to call them. They are killer cops, main cops, the worst cops you might probably ever encounter. I don't know, but that's all I've heard. And coming from me, I am a cop kid. Okay, yes, my dad was a cop, but no, not this kind of cop. And I'm sure it would have saddened his soul, his spirit, to see this, because not because he's my dad, but he was one of the Christian cops, and he was what was it? He was stigmatized for it. Okay, he was really stigmatized for it. He was punished for being one of the people that would stand up. Okay, so even while he was a cop, I already knew about the corruption in the police system. Of course, there is. Okay, and for him refusing to close an eye to some of these things, he was someone wrote an article about him, you know, and all the things that he had been through. So when we're talking about the corrupt cops, know that yes, it's a thing. It is real. So I'm a cop kid, but I can tell you that yes, there are times where I have been harassed that I have to call that, please, we're literally just working on our own, and they're saying, why are you looking so flashy? Yes, there are times like that. That's the sadness about this whole thing. It is a real thing. It is a real thing. Like, it's funny how humans, we are so mean to each other. I have never seen it before. I know that I'm like, it feels like I'm ranting, but yo, like my emotions are all over the place, guys. So if you join this live and you feel it's not, you know, what you want or something, I'm sorry, but my emotions are just raw and all over the place. Sometimes I've tried to start this live, you know, a few days ago, try to, you know, prepare myself, but no. Sometimes, you know, I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. And it was just like, you know, when the George Floyd thing happened, it was just, my emotions were so raw. I cried, my kids cried, we all cried, you know, seeing all those kind of things, seeing police brutalize people, seeing, you know, white privilege and all those stuff. So now it's still, ours is our cops, you know, misusing their power, and the children of these politicians are not speaking out because they probably can't relate. You know, they can't relate. They're just living their life as we speak. Some of them are probably out of the country, living their lives with their children, you know, but we must still amplify our voices, not just for the government. I think Nigerians are trying to strategize to get the United Nations to also, because I think they said, I saw a post where if you protest for like a month, the United Nations is forced to step in into a particular, into the government, okay? So yeah, so that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to keep up the protest for more than 2 weeks. So I think the Nigerian government caught hold of this information that if a protest goes long for more than 2 weeks, heading to like a month, this was going to happen. Like the United Nations will be forced to step in. And it's so funny that their strategy, instead of them to address, you know, the country or the ongoings or pacify their people, what they decided to do was to go kill the people to silence them, then pick up their bullets and the bodies and act like nothing happened. But for filming and live videos, so they went to the protest ground, turned off the lights. I still have to repeat some of these things for it to even make sense to me, because some of it literally does not make sense. Okay, so they still have to, you know, keep on this protest going so that the United Nations will still, you know, probably get a hold of it. And I know that somehow some people are trying to simmer down, like, okay, you know what, let's just be, and I feel like their strategy almost worked, but I hope that we don't just go silent, because their strategy almost worked. Now that they've killed people, they've instilled fear, whether you like it or not. They have instilled fear in Nigerians. Okay, they have, but we just hope that all in all, we can still get some things done. All right, we can still get some things done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I literally just came here. I literally just came here to rant and to just talk about, you know, how I'm truly feeling and all of that good stuff. No, we won't stop. Thank you, Essential, for still staying back. We won't stop. I hope we don't stop, sis. I literally hope we don't stop. That would be like, that would be the most epic thing. I really want the United Nations to step in. The Nigerian government, like, they messed up with the wrong generation. They've been saying our head, we are the coconut head generation. We are the lazy youths of Nigeria, right? But now we want to prove to them that that is not so. Okay, this our media, they're like, oh, the Instagram generation, we will use it and we use it. You know, the thing about Nigerians is that we know when to play, we know when it's time to have fun, right? And somehow we always turn our pain into humor, right? We have a way of always, you know, not necessarily trivializing things, but making things fun. Like, we can't come and kill ourselves, basically. Like, we won't now die of heart attack when our older generation, our leaders supposedly are not doing the right things. Okay, we're not going to kill ourselves. We're not going to say because our leaders are not doing the right thing, we won't make fun. So Nigerians know how to turn, you know, even their pains into humor. That's one thing that we know how to do very well. But at the same time, we know how to aim for our goals. And this protest has proven to me that Nigerian youths are so, I am so proud of my youths. Like, I am so proud. I've never been more proud to be a Nigerian, because I know we've all had these conversations in excuse me, in our houses, in our living rooms, in our communities, and with our friends. We've all had these conversations where we are saying, Nigeria is bad, our government was wicked. We'll always analyze the politics, the government, the politics play, everything, but we've never really truly spoken about it. We only argue about it in newspaper stands. We never really talk about it. Yeah, that's our coping mechanism. Exactly. Thank you, Extension, for always coming through for your girl with the words. Okay, that's our coping mechanism, to turn our humor into pain. But this time, if I tell you, my people, we were not kidding. Okay? We protested back to back. The celebrities, the comedians, everybody, actors, actresses, took to the ground. We used the ground. Our feeds, stories were firing up. We had to be noticed. There was a political analyst that said something to me, Patu told me, and he was saying that, he said something that I resonated with. He said the government should be concerned about this generation because they have a global audience. They have a global platform. And they are known. Nigerian youth, Nigerian Twitter savages, Nigerian Instagrams, we are known. We don't play with you like you don't come for us. We come back at you in 10 million ways, okay? So they were supposed to be very, very strategic with this, but because they are so they are so hindsighted, right? They never saw this coming. They didn't see that this protest was going to take long. Like, these children are playing, they will soon get tired. What are they saying? Very soon they will go to Instagram and start laughing about it. They didn't see this coming. They never saw this coming. But now we are here to tell them that, look, we know how to turn our humor into pain, but we also know how, to get down to business when it means to. Like, the movement is something that I am so proud of. I've never been more proud in my entire life to be Nigerian, to say to my kids that, yes, we made a move. We made a move. Like, I took my kids. We protested. This is not, people were saying, no, don't take your kids. So I said, no, this is part of the movement. This is how you raise children to be leaders of tomorrow. They need to take, they need to take a stand. And I broke it down to them. This is what is ongoing. Do you want to come along? Yes. You have to know when it's time to take a stand. You cannot just be relaxed. You cannot be laid back. We've been laid back for too long in Nigeria. So this was literally like, okay, we had it up to here. And this was just an outburst of everything. The NSAS was just the beginning. Something always spurs something. There's always something that will just spark, a fire. Right? So the NSAS was just a spark. And before you knew it, the bomb blew. It became end bad governance. And that is what we are sticking for. Okay? We want Nigerian leaders to please end bad governance. We want them to put an end to it, put a stop to it. We are tired. You guys have stolen enough. You have eaten enough. You have bags of millions of naira in your houses that are rotting with moths in them. Step aside, please. Yes, sis. She says we have started sensitization for reforms and electoral changes. Yeah, it's not even aside getting the PVC now. We need to start thinking ahead. We need to start re-strategizing. We need to start training all the people that are living in the rural areas that are not well educated. We need to start to educate them in their languages, tell them what to do, tell them how this works. Look, there are levels to look. Let me tell you something. They can rig certain elections, but there are elections that you cannot rig. Especially this 2023. Oh, I predict it. The fire you to be like never before. It will be like there are some elections that you can rig. Yes, you will get away with it, but there are some that you cannot rig. Because the sensitization, the way people are so alert, people are so woke this period. Like, even when I was talking about people that were educated were the only ones protesting. Villagers, thugs in Nigeria. And if you know thugs in Nigeria, they are not known. They will just want to come disarray, come and steal phones. They were not stealing. They were all here for one particular goal. To achieve one part, there was just one aim. We want an end to SARS. That was what we wanted initially. But when we saw that our government, they don't even want to give us, it's like they don't have sense. It's like they are wicked. They don't even have hope for us. Then they decided to come and kill us. We now said, no, it's no more NSAS now. Since all of you are now an entire body of wicked people, okay, we're crying on to you, thinking you will have mercy on us. Now we want an end to everything. So even if we let this, their let this is regime, okay, reign. 2023, we need to come out en masse. If it means I need to go back to Nigeria, like that's the way, that's how I feel. Like, as many of my friends that we can go back to Nigeria, we will need to go there and vote. It is that bad. Okay, this is no longer the silence. And even if you're living in diaspora or whatever, home is still home. Home is still, you still want a place where you can go back to and say, this is home. Because whether you like it or not, home is home. They want a better life. They are human too. Exactly. Those talks, whatever they want, there's just like standard of living. It's just, if there's anything that is below zero, that is what it is in Nigeria. No hope, literally no hope. There's no hope of, oh, I'm going to take the GMAT, I'm going to get myself off the streets, take some GMAT, take some GED, and you know what, go to college and start a new life. There's no hope. The schools are poor. As we speak, people have been in, because of the COVID and before COVID, people have been stuck. Schools have refused to open. If you're not going to a private school, you'll be stuck for the past 1 year of your life. There are so many talents in Nigeria. People that sing, play soccer, that don't even get the opportunities that people with, people with money or with wealth in Nigeria, their kids are getting, those opportunities. I have never seen such a situation. I have never seen such a situation before. Like, geez, it's just too much. Like, sometimes I'm trying to wrap my head around it. When I watch the videos of how they stocked up the palliatives, like those COVID palliatives, those ones they wanted them to distribute to people, who steals COVID? Indomie, cartons of Indomie that you will give to Nigerians. If you give those things to Nigerians, the way they will respect you forever and ever. Even if you want to come for a third term, a fifth term, they'll respect you. Whoever it is, and I'm not just saying, the president or the commander-in-chief. This is a systemic bad governance. Like the governance is from your local government leaders to your house leaders to the senators, the ministers, all bad. All of them. I don't think if there's one single one, please speak. Aside Femi Gbajabiamila that ever said he wasn't going to sign a petition of some sort, that's the only person. The others have just been mute. All of a sudden, our Nigerian leaders don't have mouths. Then there was an idiot. That opened his mouth to say that Nigerian youth should go and sit down. That could we have tried this during Obasanjo's term? He was saying something like of that sort. Then there was some other. I don't want YouTube to flag it, so let me just mince my words. There was some other person. One other neat tweets. One other what do I call him? Punk. I'm just looking for the right words. There was some other person that came and said he's going to sue Twitter, the CEO of Twitter, for going along and reposting the NSAS movement. Someone, and this is someone that he tried to contest for president before now, a former presidential aspirant, right? He opened his mouth and said they are going to sue Twitter CEO for pushing forward the NSAS movement. Have you seen? They are not even Daft, my sister, Daft man, Adamu, that's his name. Like, have you ever seen such callousness? Have you ever witnessed such wickedness in your entire life? That he's gonna, hi, hey, Miss Torin, hi, Cassie, how are you guys? Thank you guys so much for joining on live. You guys always come through for me. I appreciate you guys for being here. It really means a lot to me. It really means a lot. If you haven't thumbs up, please help me thumbs up. Not like I'm not really here about that right now, but it's all good. Like, your girl was just going through it. Like, emotionally, I have been mentally drained. Essential has been with me. A couple of people have come around. I've just been mentally drained. Like, sometimes you try to shrug these things off, that after all, you're not in the country, you think it's not going to affect you, but I'm sure you can probably relate. Home is home. It's easy for you to say, but this could be you, this could be me. We are literally fighting for a good cause. If a particular country is good, it's good for every one of us. We can always go to vacation there. We can always experience new things. We are all running to Dubai now and all those other countries because the government made those places good for them. So I always say that, and shout out to you guys, because I know Cassie has always been with me, in the movement, always been reaching out, because, there's some point where silence becomes betrayal. Okay, I think was it Martin Luther King that said that, but I saw a meme like that, and you have to speak up. You except you're not human. That's when you say that, okay, all the videos and everything going on in Nigeria is not affecting you, but if you watch those videos, how gory they are and everything that is ongoing, it will take a toll on you. You don't have to know whoever it is that that passed on in the form of the protest, or to even be a witness to some of the things, but just hearing people's stories, that's the power of a story. You can always relate to it. And I shared my own story, how this has always been ongoing. There's always been corruption in the police system. Like, I think there's always corruption everywhere. It's like in an office space or a workspace. And I'm a cop kid. My dad was a senior person in the police force before he passed on, and he was pretty much victimized for all of these things. He always tried to, I remember him and a couple of people always trying to, like, they tried to plan against him, because he was, of course, he was a Christian, and he always, when you're a Christian and you're just, maybe, I guess, when you like humanity, you don't even have to be a Christian, you just have to be human. And they will try to do certain things and be like, no, this is the wrong move. They always try to silence him. And I don't mean it in a good way, trying to silence him the way they're trying to silence Nigerians like this. Like, literally, our lives were at risk. So when we're talking about there's levels to this wickedness and police and corruption and our government. Like, as I don't know, if it's the craze for money. I have never seen such. But if it is the craze for money, when you get the money, there's a time to even say, okay, it's enough. But I guess greed does not know when to stop. Yeah, that's greed for you. But we're just tired. Our tired is tired. Nigerians are just tired. That's just all I'm here to rant. I was, getting into depression, anxiety. I didn't want to go on social media. I was just tired. I was like, why did I even, what kind of life is this? Literally, getting to that point in your life where you're like, what kind of life is this? Like, why are people just like this? God day, yes, sis. Cassie says God day. My sister, God day, God day. But like I said earlier, there are some things that I feel like there are some battles that God wants us to fight for ourselves. Like, if we hadn't protested and made a statement, done a march and all that stuff, if we hadn't done it, the whole world wouldn't have been talking about it. If we hadn't used our platform on Twitter, on Instagram, God is not going to do that for us. God, he is not going to come and kill our leaders for us. He's not going to come and, do anything for us. Like, he's not, there are certain things he will do, but there are certain things that he's empowered us to do. So that's how I'm like, okay, yes, and if Nigerians, we're pretty religious, always in church, always serving God, giving, doing everything. But there's a time where push comes to shove. Okay? When you push people too much, then they start to react. And what you're seeing now is a reaction of years and years of silence. So it's like, now that there's an uproar, we can't even back down now. Lives have been lost. You don't understand. People's father and mothers that left their houses to say they want to protest for a better country. We're talking of old, young. Do you know that there was a Nigerian DJ that broadcasted this thing live on Instagram? I watched the live because my friends were like, watch it now. They sent it to me on Instagram, like, watch now, don't watch later. And then I watched it live, and then I just watched her a few minutes before coming live, and she was saying how her life is literally at risk. She didn't even know that she sustained so many injuries, that because she was live streaming, they saw her live streaming and they tried to target her with the gun. Then some guys now said, cover her so she can stream and see what's going on. Cover her. And immediately those guys tried to cover her. The guy that covered her lost his life. The guy that covered her, they shot him, so the bullet touched him and passed through her ears. She showed us all the bullets in the video she just made. You could see stitches all over her face, like, she had been through it. She said she's just coming from the hospital. That's why she had been silent for days, because during the old protest and everything, she didn't even know that she was in pain, that she was going through pain. She didn't know she was in pain and that she had sustained some injuries. Okay? So she was saying how she met the most beautiful set of people in the protest ground. The most beautiful set of people don't have to be people that are your friends, the slave mamas, the this, that. These are people that stood up. We're talking of thugs, whoever it is that she said that she meant that. But I felt it in her heart that the people that protected her from losing her life. That guy now is gone. just for us to be able to see that this is what our leaders did. Because even in her live stream, we couldn't say anything because it was literally dark, because they had turned off the lights to kill all of them, right? But she decided to start a live, like, see what's going on, they're shooting at us, and someone protects. So they saw that she was trying to show them. So one guy now decided to protect her, and that was how these people, and they had to take refuge in a church. They said there was a church that they took refuge in. 45 minutes later, just imagine here, you are in a street and you're protesting here. You raise the flag to the soldiers. Look, we are peaceful. We are not fighting you. We don't have guns. They sit down on the ground, right? They ask the kids, the pregnant women stay in the middle, form a circle. They start shooting at them. You start shooting at people that are seated on the ground. How wicked is that? Then after shooting at them, they raised themselves towards, as they raised themselves, 45 minutes later, a set of police officers start shooting at them from the front while they just finished running from this way. Like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, I'm just tired. I'm just, like, literally mentally drained. For the first, and I'm someone that is always, typically very boisterous, very, like, up and going, very, like, I won't let them conquer my spirit. But this one, I mean, my spirit took it. I prayed. I tried everything. I tried to worship, try to dance. Morale is really, really low. Morale is really low, girls. Like, ladies, if you're with me, my morale is low. I've been trying to film content. I'm like, no, I still have to pursue my YouTube dream career. But you know what? Sometimes, hi, Sai. Hey, my G. Shout out to Sai. Media, thank you so much for joining on this live stream. Your girl has been going through it all. You've been giving me the uploads. He's the one that has been feeding me with all the information. I go to his page to just kind of get all the information that is going, and he's been doing an amazing job. I just saw there's the video of DJ Switch. Now we day here, my brother. Now we day here. I just saw, after President Buhari's what they call it, the speechless speech that he made, and I just watched a video of DJ Switch and how she was saying, the guy that protected her in order for her to be able to go live, and how that guy got killed. And just seeing her face, she had some stitches on her face, like you could tell that she was recuperating. I think she's also traumatized, and I think that was part of their strategy to kind of traumatize us, to also kind of instill fear in us too. There's a word that I used earlier, to just kind of that was what they wanted, to silence us. But this time around, Nigerians we're not backing down, and I'm uber proud of that. And then I now saw the palliatives. So they just discovered palliatives in those states. Like, obviously, our youth are going crazy discovering palliatives in every state. Like, there's the broadcast that, look, they send the COVID relief, whatever, to 36 states. As soon as you get information about as soon as you get information on any of the palliatives, please just let me know. Like, it won't mean that I'm here. I'm like, look, anywhere there's palliative, y'all should call me. Let me call my family members to go pick it up. Like, seriously. Like, when I saw the warehouse where they were storing those things, I was like, what is the point? Are they storing those things to go and sell them? Okay? Are they storing those things to go and sell them, or are they storing those things to keep them for later that they will share? Because I'm trying to wrap my hand around the wickedness that exists. I'm seriously trying to wrap my head around it, but I can't understand it. Sai, please feel free to share, or if you want to join the link and let's discuss, I'll be so glad. But, like, seriously, they want to use intimidation against the youth. They've discovered in Calabar today. Oh, they've discovered in Calabar. Are you serious? A friend of mine was just asking. I think is she in Cross River? Because she was asking about if they are we're in a group, and she was asking if there's anyone in Cross River that she's really, really interested. I'll tell her. I don't know. Maybe she heard that they discovered in Calabar Uyo. So she's probably asking for her CD. Like, when is her CD's turn? Like, if I was there, the way I would pack it, you will not even recognize me. Like, the way I would pack those things with a vengeance. Like, they were making videos. I saw the videos. Please come and carry you. Like, it's plenty. I've never seen that much amount of food in my entire life. I'm like, even the people that produce the Indomie, I don't think they have that much store in their house. All those bags of rice, people went with their okadas and everything, were carrying it. Hey, I have never seen this type of thing before. Who were they saving all those things for? That is what my head, I cannot understand who they were saving those things for. I don't get it. They want to use intimidation. God passed them, because that's the point we are at. God passed them, but we still have to keep speaking out. Yo, everybody keep doing what you're doing, keep reposting, keep sharing. Those things definitely matter. The powerful thing about social media is that the way those things are, the algorithm works is that by the time it's saturated with such hashtags, yeah, so Psych says people are helping themselves with food stuff from those people. Are look, if I was there, I would help myself a gazillion at one time. If I just hear, oh my God, like, have you seen how the level of poverty in Nigeria? Have you seen have you seen the streets, the communities, those rural communities that people are like literally don't know where their next meal is from? Huh. And to think that, the thing about, doing all those things is that you might just share those Indomie, and to Nigerians, you will be the best government ever in the history of all governments. But no, you decided to be mean, to be wicked. You decided to be wicked and keep it. I don't understand why you're keeping it. Are you keeping it for your children? Because your entire generation cannot finish that pack. There's wickedness, Psych. There is wickedness, y'all. There is a whole bunch of wickedness that the mind has not even, there are levels to wickedness that the head has not even tapped. That's what I've seen in Nigeria. Like, I used to say our leaders are wicked, but I didn't really mean it. But now I mean it from my chest. Like, what the curses there, I'm even worried for those leaders, their children. Because this curses, when people curse you out of their poverty and out of the depth of their hearts, I don't know if those things don't really, but people cannot be cursing you back to back. Especially when you see when people were packing the food, even they too, they were stunned. So they gave us this food for us. Politicians are wicked. There is hunger in Nigeria. Yeah, they kept food for them. They are wicked. They are wicked. There's no caps. There's no gainsaying it. There's no addition. They are just plain mean. They are just plain mean. And that's why I came here to rant. They are just plain mean. You can't be that mean. Like, geez. At least if you take some, you give some out. Take some. That's what we know. Who does that, please? Who does that? Like, I'm just like, I was just overwhelmed with the emotions, guys. I don't want to keep you guys too long. If anybody has anything to say, or you feel like ranting, I know I know it's a big deal, like joining people's life, but it's no big deal, Jerry. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep this for like my videos, but I just wanted to come, and your girl was just, I was going through it, but I just knew that I needed to come and air my chest, because I couldn't just I couldn't keep it to myself any longer. I was just, the emotions were raw. The emotions were super, super raw, like shedding tears, like, oh my God, you go to social media, you be like, okay, yes, I'm over everything that is happening. Let me go there and get some more information just to see what's going on. But then you see another thing that will just weaken you again. You see, but I like the fact that I also love their kids will surely receive the share of what parents did to innocent Nigerians, what their parents did to innocent Nigerians. I agree with you, Sai. I hope so, because right now I heard that their kids are also fleeing with them. They better flee, they better flee. That's what I advise the kids. The kids should flee. But I love the fact that Nigerians also turn these things into humor. Now Nigerians are like, please, they are googling how to go from Nigeria to Canada, how to go from that. They are even advertising that, please, I'm a single lady, whoever is interested in marrying a lady from Nigeria, whether you have to be living in UK, Germany, or Canada, please, we are ready. Just as long as you're ready to marry me and give me passport and all that stuff. Like, people are just trying to turn their pain into humor as a coping mechanism, We're just trying to like keep it real as much as it is, but it's still hurts. Like, there's nobody. I always say it's anywhere, anytime. There's no one, except maybe an international organization decides to employ you, or for some reason you fall in love and it so happens that your spouse is living out of Nigeria. But there's no Nigerian that I know that wants to leave Nigeria. Even the ones that are outside Nigeria, we are still saying, you still see some things and be like, I miss Nigeria, I miss this, I miss our loudness, I miss this, I miss that from us. Okay, so there's nobody. If Nigeria was good, I'm sure that more than half of the people living in the diaspora won't be living in the diaspora. I can bet you. if our style of living and everything was going on the way it ought to be, I don't think it would be like that. But the way it is and the way our society is decaying, I just don't like to say some negative things. But the way it is, especially our university, our colleges, our schools, our systems, the standard of living, everybody that I know, all the professionals I know, they are either taking exams to get into Canada or someplace. Everyone I know is trying to leave. Everyone that I know is trying to leave. Is trying looking for a way out. And that is so sad because, sometimes I'm like, okay, so who will actually sit back and now, try to make sure that things are going on fine? But I also judge myself. I'm like, okay, it's easy for you to say that where you are at, but like, who is going to sit there and be saying, oh, yes, let's wait for Nigeria to work? Because we have tried, like Nigerians have tried, they've waited, keep hoping that things will change, that will make the move. But I feel like anywhere you are, just keep praying for Nigeria. Like, we keep praying, but most importantly, that we keep acting and we keep making sure that, the world hears our cry. My own dream, my dream, can I tell you guys my real dream? My actual dream is that I don't want to say colonialism should come back here, but I feel like Nigeria wasn't ready for this independence that we got. Like, can we just call a spade a spade? Can we just say it as it is? I don't think Nigeria was ready. I don't think our governments have the capacity to manage us. I don't think they have the right strategies, the right tactics. I don't know. We've talked about these things. I still remember in high school arguing about Nigeria and politics and politicians and all that stuff. The fact that we are still even addressing it in 2020. Yes, I've seen them online. Yeah. So like the fact that we are still addressing some of these things in 2020 is still giving me a headache. I don't know if Nigeria is still ready. I don't know if Nigeria is ready for like our leaders, not necessarily Nigerians. I don't know that we are like our leaders have the capacity to lead us. Okay, it's one thing to vote for people, but do they have the capacity to lead us? I seriously doubt that. My own dream would have been that, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but my dream would have been that somebody else comes and takes over, like not necessarily take over. Like, people are saying maybe we need an Igbo president for a change. Okay, so that is one option that we've tried all the other tribes, and so far, we need an Igbo president for a change. But people are also scared that Igbo will now, it will turn into Biafra, maybe split Nigeria or whatever. And which I personally don't have an issue with, but I can see where people will have an issue with that. If Igbos leave us, this country is done for. Okay. Yeah, I said this. Psych media said universities have been on strike. I said this earlier before you joined. I was saying how someone was making a joke, when Davido's child turned 1, and it was like, wow, before this, when the wife was pregnant, I was in 400 level. Now the boy is 1 year and I'm still in 400 level with no hope of graduating. Like, how weird and crazy is that? How weird and crazy is that? Like, so my own thing is, I don't know if Nigeria, we need someone, maybe like United Nations, to come take over us and just put in certain strategies for leadership for us. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just like when you want to run a business, like put certain structures in place, because that is what I've tried to analyze these things and think about these things, and I'm like, what's the way forward? Do we really think, is there really hope? Like, let's be real. I've had those real conversations with myself, and I've been like, let me even be real with myself. If like do our leaders have the capacity? Because you have to look at people, analyze how they speak. When people speak and are able to make certain decisions at certain times, you be like, okay, this person, has a way of, you don't have to be literate. But when you're a leader, you're a leader. Okay? If you're a leader and you see that the people that you're leading, there's an uproar, you have to first of all strategize and, okay, let's calm these people down. Let's hear what they have to say. Let's even post them. Make we whine them, ni. I don't mean the whining of turning SARS to SWAT. That is not a whining. That is taking people for granted and people's emotions. It's like Trevor Noah said, it's like you have a dog, yeah, and the dog is misbehaving. And maybe the dog's name is Johnny. You now say, this dog, you've been misbehaving. You're a bad dog. And you now say, from Johnny, I'm going to change the name to Jenny. How has that done anything? Like, how does that even make logical sense to you that is fixing the problem as a leader? Do you feel me? So I'm like, I feel like Nigeria, like the call where they made SARS to SWAT was just a stupid and lame move. Like I'm just, I hope YouTube does not flag my video because I'm already talking like I'm talking to my friends, okay? And then I'm trying to, filter my words. So that doesn't make any sense. But I'm thinking that maybe the problem of Nigeria is probably getting, an Igbo president who is not, willing to divide the country. Yes, it go hard. Like you just said my heart. It go hard for things to change with this quality of real. Got you running while I'm doing some stuff. Oh, thank you, Miss Tori, my queen. Thank you, sis. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I can always count on you. I appreciate that so much. But when like Syke was saying that it go hard for things to change with this quality of leaders. Look, I have mentally been thinking. I try to go to bed. I'm like, okay, I always like to like solve problems before I go to bed. I'm like, let me try to solve the problem of Nigeria. Like, okay, what do you think could happen? Like, is anybody I can give this suggestion to? Like this light bulb moment. I'm like, okay, but I feel like maybe the truth is the whites or certain, not necessarily the whites, like even if it's a leader like Obama, let a leader like Obama sit down with Nigeria, or Nigerian leaders have like trainings with them, look at what strategies, what structures they have in place. Because I don't think there's literally a structure to run the country. I think that maybe the special advisor just come and say, sign this thing, make boys go chop food, sign this contract, let's boo-boo these people that we are going to make roads, sign this thing, let's boo-boo these people that this, that, sign this thing, they're literally just like, that's how I picture them in my head, that they're literally just, eating money, having fun, do the ones they can, because I don't even really see them fixing roads or doing anything for the poor, or putting anything, investing in their university systems, or either maybe when they send those money, even the leaders in each of those systems are also siphoning those things, and everybody for themselves, fending for themselves, trying to grab what they can, a piece of the cake. So I literally I don't know. I might be wrong, but I'm not saying that, except we get the right set of leaders here. Maybe we get the right set of leaders and we educate ourselves. Let me put someone like Fela Durotoye. Okay, I see leadership qualities in him. Now, does he have the capacity to lead Nigeria? I do not know if he has the capacity to lead Nigeria. Okay. Hey, Wana Wengo Production. Hi girl. How are you doing? How is everything going on with you? Good to have you join my live stream. I appreciate you. Psych Media says that's the state of our education system. Yeah. So I'm literally trying to like solve the problem of Nigeria. We're literally trying to analyze these things. Like, what's the hope? Like, what do you think can be done to make Nigeria better? Like, what are the strategies that you think that maybe some of the things that you feel our government needs to put in place, to make some of these things work? Because I try to analyze these things. I'm trying to like, do you think these things will actually work? Like us getting a new leader. Who is the next new leader that everybody has their eyes on now? Who is the next person? Because yeah, thank you, my Kenyan sister. She said, host, we are praying for you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Like, I literally am taking note of everyone that isn't Nigerian, but you're reaching out to me, and that means a lot. Like, that means you feel the struggle. You have to have some sort of humanity and sympathy for us. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. So I'm like saying that maybe, some of these international leaders or international, yes, thank you so much, guys. Liked and shared. Thank you so my God. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that for sharing me and liking the video. So I'm like, I think that the strategy would have been to get some of these international leaders to just come and see how we run our country. But I don't think that, oh, yeah, my brother. Oh, thank you, bro. Sorry about that. I don't think that we have any like structures in place, and I don't think our leaders will even be transparent enough, because they will see that the international leaders will now see how much decay has eaten up into our system. So they wouldn't want that, because they've done too many bad and corrupt things that they won't. That's putting an old wine in a new cake, right? Because I'm literally just trying to figure out how we can make things work in that country. Like, let's just even analyze it from our layman's point of view, before people that are really into the system can come and say, oh, they want to analyze it and see how this is going to work. Because I'm like trying to wrap my head. I'm trying to come into some sort of closure. Like, okay, this is what needs to go on. People are saying, yes, let's go get our PVC, get our PVC, get our PVC. Yes, get our PVC. I appreciate that. Get our PVC. We definitely need to get our PVC. We definitely need to vote come 2023. Okay? Oh, wow. 2023 is still far. Are you telling me that it's 2023 that is the next election? Guys, please correct me. I might be wrong. Oh my God, you're sick? Oh my God, get well soon. Please get all the rest that you need. Get your mental and physical health in check, please. I'm so sorry about your illness. So sorry about that, Wana. Thank you so much for joining and for sharing me out. I appreciate that. I definitely don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. So I'm like, what was I saying again? I don't remember what I was saying. But I think I was trying to analyze, like going back to the government, like some of the things that we need to we're talking about the PVC, yeah, like getting our PVC, right? Okay, let's say we get our PVC. Well, please, somebody should let me know. Are you saying that it's 2023 that Buhari is going to leave? Because I'm prophesying it that he's going to leave. 2023 is really far. No, I don't think it's 2023, oh. Guys, because I remember seeing 2023. Guys, I'm encouraging you to stand firm as we pray for you. That's what one is telling us, Nigerians. Thank you so much, my Kenya bro. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. We need all the prayers that we definitely can get. We definitely need all of that. Like, I don't want to believe that 2023 is far. We're just in 2020. We still have 2021, 22, 2023 is far. I don't think that Nigerians can take it. I don't think they can take it. I don't think Nigerians at this point, I don't think we can take it. Yeah, thank you so much. Much love, Wana says. I don't think we can take 2023. But I'm saying yes, let's plan to get our PVC. But then we need to come up with strategies of educating people that are not literate on what to do, how to vote, and all that. Thanks, Doc. Thank you so much. So we need to come about strategies on how to vote, what to do. We need to come up with those stuff. We really, really need to come up with those stuff, like how to vote, how to educate the layman on what to do, like how to vote, then who to vote for. Now, the question is, I'm expecting to see people that are aspirants now, aspiring leaders. I'm expecting to see all of them. Like, you all need to start making your campaign like ASAP. Like, let's even know who we have our eyes on voting for. Like, because things need to change in our country. Things definitely need to change. Okay, we can't wait for all the changes to occur. We can't wait for everything to happen. I appreciate you guys so much for staying with me. Thank you guys so much. So much. It means the world to me. It means I honestly appreciate you. I feel like I could still rant some more. I definitely want to chit chat some more, but the chat, I don't know. I think the chats are dropping slow. Number one, I think the chats are dropping slow, and then sometimes you just really, really need someone else to gist with you and just discuss. Yeah, but I pretty much Psych Media says the right set of leaders are in the protesters, not those in Aso Rock or National Assembly. I definitely agree with that. There's no even gainsaying that the right set of leaders are in the protesters. Yes, and we don't even want a leader. Anybody that is, we should even make a law. In fact, I'm going to tweet this. That Psych just said. The right set of leaders are not those in Aso Rock or National Assembly. Anybody that is going to be a political aspirant come 2020 presidential election and was not a part of the protest, no, I disagree. Because if you are a leader, I don't think you won't have been a part of this protest. Even if it was one day, we need to see pictures. There needs to be evidence that you felt the people's pain, because our true Nigerian leader won't have sat down and watched people protest for weeks after weeks. I disagree. There is leadership in protesting. Anyone that you see come out to protest, I feel like there is a potential of leadership in that person. I strongly believe so. Because one thing about a leader is that they are always at the forefront of making things happen. Those are the qualities. If you ever study, I can't remember what course it was. This was even way back in high school or primary school that we're taught these qualities of leaders. They are always at the forefront of making changes happen. You cannot have say you want to become a an aspirant and be tweeting from your bedroom that I sympathize with all the Nigerian youths, all those boboing that they used to do for us. No, we are not even interested in all those ones. We want people that were at the forefront of whatever it was that was ongoing. They were literally like, you have to be a part of it. Personally, for me, that's how I would like Nigerians to think, though. That is not someone that comes and shares rice for us and shares Ludo or shares pure water or shares flip flop. But I want to believe that all that has even passed, because the Nigerians that I know now, they are not, after this election, all those things, they're not going to, like, because people were refusing money. They were trying to bribe us with money that we should get off the streets of the protests and give us money. And Nigerians are like, no. Nigerians before that, they can literally sell their birthright for little things just because of the poverty level. But this particular protest, they were refusing bribe, refusing money. That's to tell you how deep it is. So this next coming election, Bubu will say, please, Bubu will not stay till 2023. Bubu will not stay. Bubu, please go. Psych media says Bubu will stay till. Psych, please, you carry you and this your Bubu. We don't want Bubu. Bubu, come and be going. Hey, please come and be going. You have tried, as in we appreciate you, but come and just hand over. Even just leave office. Like, people don't want. Okay, I don't understand. What is it that they are leading? What are they really leading? Why is that seat so important to them? That is the huge question I keep asking. If you're a leader and you don't want people, and people don't want you, you should be able to say, okay, the people don't want me. I'm a man of the people. I want to give the people what they want. I need to step down. Why are all these our leaders? Why are they so hell-bent? Why are they so hell-bent? Why are they so hell-bent on staying in power? That is one thing that still beats me till tomorrow. Why are they still hell-bent? All those Tinubu them, why are they so hell-bent? I've never seen a thing like it before. I keep asking myself, there has to be some sort of mad money in this thing that we the youth, we can't even comprehend the level of money. I don't think we can comprehend it. Sorry, guys. I don't think we can comprehend the level of money that these guys are stealing. I don't think we even understand. We have an idea, but we can't even comprehend it. Because why they kill themselves to get there in the first place, why they refuse to live there, is something that is beyond me. It is just something that is beyond me. I'm just literally, like, emotionally, physically drained. Like, come and be going. We're talking of old men. Come and be going. Start preparing your life on how you will exit this world. Come and be going. And you guys should be looking to a point now. Okay, I recommend, as my fellow Nigerians, I highly recommend that this is the person. Like, I don't know, Joe. Maybe me, I'm just maybe I'm living in a world of my own. Maybe I'm living in a wishful. This is with me wishfully thinking. But the truth is, it is what it is. Because sometimes I look at our politicians and I literally think that to them, they are just saying to themselves that these kids are just playing. These kids don't even know. They don't even have an idea. They don't even know what's going on. These kids are just playing. They don't really know what it takes to be in politics. They don't really know how much we've commanded. They don't even understand the level of corruption. They don't even know that these kids are just playing. That's how I sense that our politicians look at, anytime a young and youthful, don't forget African leaders don't know what the word don't know what the word resign means. There's money and power in politics, my brother. I think it's mostly also the power that these guys are obsessed with. I think they are really, really obsessed with the power. It's not just the money. I also think they are really, really obsessed with the power. That's, if you ask me, I would say that it's the power that is the in thing for them much more than anything. And that power, I understand it, because power can be very addictive. Because I'm like, I don't know what it is. Why they like, you've led a country before. You want to lead again and again. Why are you so hell-bent? Do you remember during Buhari's campaign where they said he mentioned that if he doesn't win, there'll be bloodshed in Nigeria? That kind of spooked me out. I was like, why would someone even say that? Why is he like hell-bent on winning and ruling us? Or why is he so hell-bent? Like, I have never, like, that's like very spooky, like weird to me. Why would someone say if I don't win, there'll be bloodshed? But now that you even won, we even have the most bloodshed. We have the most bloodshed. And all this, their energy now that they are carrying at protesters. Boko Haram is in the north. Like when I was in Nigeria, I had a housekeeper here. My housekeeper was a northerner. And her parents, she lost her parents. Boko Haram were wasting people. They are still wasting people as we speak in the north. Acting like it's nothing. Do you know that if the president of Nigeria right now was probably a Christian, it would have taken another turn? There would have been a twist to the information. There would have been a different angle to how they would have twisted it. I'm telling you the truth. These Boko Haram guys are wasting people back in Nigeria and nobody's talking about it. People are acting like it doesn't care. We are just going to ignore the girls that were stolen. What was the name tag then? We're just going to ignore those girls that everybody, all the celebrities were campaigning Michelle Obama. Of course, those girls are now mothers, not by their own will, not by their own volition, but they are mothers because those girls were kidnapped. You can't tell me that our president, our government is not aware of who the owner of Boko Haram or what Boko Haram is on its own. You can't even tell me that. Syke says, yes, he said it, and that's the reason Jonathan left office without a fight. I strongly believe so. I strongly believe that Jonathan was really, really a good guy. Now that everybody has experienced Buhari, we kind of you say they say the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. The Chibok girls. Thank you so much. The Chibok girls. Thank you so much, Syke. Thank you so much. Like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Like we're seeing Jonathan and we're seeing that the corruption was getting too much at the time Jonathan was in office. But we never ever expected this one. This is like multiplied by 100. The bloodshed, the killing, the disaster, the poverty, including the corruption. We thought, okay, and that was our bad. We thought that Buhari was going to, at least at that time, Nigerians had it up to here with the corruption. So we thought that perhaps, Buhari was going to come and make a change, in the level of corruption. The corruption was literally in our faces during Jonathan's time. It was just in our faces that we're tired, We're tired at the time. We're like, what is all this? People are stealing. And then there was a fuel price hike and all those subsidy and all that stuff. So we thought that Buhari was going to at least, put an end to the corruption, even not for anything. I think that was the one thing that Nigerians had. They had it up to here. I remember then, having this conversation with all my friends, and they're like, no, even not for anything, Buhari might not be the best. There was no better option. I think that was also another thing. There was no better option aside Buhari. Who else was the competition? Okay? And we're like, okay, at least this guy still is going to maybe reduce the level of corruption. This regime, my brother, is a full package. Full package of everything that we never ever expected in our entire lives. A full package of everything. And the only thing we can pray is that from this full package, Lord, help us. Let this be the change that we need. Let it just be an absolute turnaround to Nigeria actually be claiming their place as the African giants. Like, let this just be the turnaround that we need. Oh, Lord, I pray. Like, even me, I am praying. You know that sometimes I will pray and I'll be like, I'm tired. You know, since when I've been praying about Nigeria? You know, since I've been praying for Nigeria? I've been praying for Nigeria since I've known how to pray. I've been praying. I mean, in the 90s, it wasn't this bad. The prayer was not that severe. But maybe in the 2000s, my prayers became very severe. Like, oh my God, fire. We've prayed, but most importantly, we must act. We definitely have to act. And the time to act is now. The time to act is now. The time to act. This one is not even the one that everybody will back down. Please, ginger more. Syke, please give it to us as it's hot. Be giving us those information. Please, on a daily, feed it to us. We want to be fed with those information. Like, seriously. Nigerians are way tired of all this. Like, this Buhari's regime, even me, I don't think I envisioned it to be this bad. Like, I remember my mom, sorry, I'm looking for my charger. Okay. I remember sorry guys. So I remember my mom then, she didn't want Buhari. And my mom is Igbo, and most Igbo people, don't really like, don't like the incumbent president because they had a past, you know, issue with him. So she was definitely against it. She was one of those people that still voted for Jonathan. I was like, regardless. My brother, I became a prayer warrior in the 2000s. Oh, I really did. So sorry. So I remember my mom then saying, no, you know what? She doesn't want Buhari regardless. Like, no matter how bad Jonathan is, let him stay. Most Easterners have had an experience. I think, was it Biafra or something? I can't remember what she was explaining them, but there was a lot of bloodshed. He was part of it. Like, there was a lot of killings of Easterners, and Easterners have been traumatized, and they will never forget that particular thing. That particular era of Buhari. Like, I don't know if you guys know that because some of the people that might have joined, they may not be Nigerian. Buhari was a leader before now. It might shock you guys because some of you will be like, I don't understand how someone that have led you guys like more than 2 decades ago became. Yeah, that's one of the issues that we are dealing with in our country. Yes, he led us like when he was in his 20s or 30s. Right now he's probably in his 70s. That's his real age. Okay, and he still came back to lead us. So you can see that we are having a system of recycled leaders. Is one of our issues. They refuse to leave. They still want to keep coming back for some reason that we do not understand, we cannot comprehend. Okay, only God will help us figure out what that is. I said the day some of us will realize the level of corruption in Nigeria, I say people will not believe it, because I can just sense it. I can sense that the rate at which these guys kill themselves is much more than the money. It has to, maybe it's the money, because money, also causes certain things. But I remember my mom saying, no, she doesn't want this guy to come back again. And then he did. And she was so disappointed that he came. But I didn't comprehend what she meant. Honestly, until this, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Until 2020, until this particular thing happened, I wasn't like, yeah, I knew that we've always had Biafra war, but was during General Gowon. Okay, so was it Buhari? Buhari led who led the killings? Who led the killings? Site media says it was Biafra war. That, yeah, those that fought for our independence are still, like, how weird is that? Those that fought for our independence are still leading the country. We're talking of Nigeria turned 60 this year. 60 this year. People that fought for our independence 60 years ago are the ones still leading. And can you guys comprehend it? Can someone just make sense? Can someone just help me to make sense of this thing? Because I can't just make sense of any of it. Like, saying it out loud, I'm like, sometimes I want to like hide our secret, our Nigerian secret, so that other people don't know, because it's so shameful. But at this point now, always protecting. They say when you're always hiding that your spoiled child will end up disgracing you. Like, Nigerian leaders have fallen our hands. Like, I know some people don't like Nigerians anywhere in the world. They always say we do too much, we're too, we're corny or greedy or all that stuff. And because of the image of, fraudsters, prevalent fraudsters coming out of Nigeria, somehow it hasn't quite given us the good image that we deserve. But I just want to also address this today, that Nigerians are some of the best people that you ever have in your life. If you have a Nigerian friend, if you have a quality Nigerian friend, we are one of the best people, okay? And I stand to be corrected. But if you have a good Nigerian friend, look, you will never regret it. So I know that I'm also trying to, like, rephrase the image that we have. One thing about us is that we're a loving set of people, definitely gingered. Like, our energy is so contagious. You have to love us. Like, what's not to love? We have such a positive vibe. We know how to bring out humor through our pain. Okay? We know how to bring out humor through our pain. The most resourceful set of people. Business-minded. Hardworking, to say the least. Very intelligent. Like, I can brag and I can go on and on, but I just want to clear. Psych Media says, Kemi, our youth have been selling their rights. When you exchange your vote for 5,000 naira or less, what do you expect? Chai, I felt this one. Oh, 5,000 naira. Look, it's still like, look, with all, look, we have to understand that some of these things, it is still all part of a systemic decay in our society. Look, an ideal society where things are working, our youth will not need to sell their rights or sell their votes. I saw some of those things. I saw there was a picture of one of the politicians presenting Ludo. Ludo, if you don't know what Ludo is, okay, just in case you come back and watch this and you're not Nigerian, Ludo is like a game. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's like a dice game. Okay, yeah, exactly. It is a dice game. Ludo. Yeah, it is a dice game. Okay, so they are distributing like dice games to us as part of incentives, or one of the things to palliatives to kind of like get us to for us to vote to them. And I saw a picture. I was like, this particular person is distributing Ludo, and was it water or was it flip flop? I think it was flip flop and Ludo to us, and took pictures with it. My God, my Father in heaven. So he did that, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I can't understand. I'm trying to make sense of this. I'm trying to understand. Somebody help me make sense of this. So I understand when Psyche is saying that our youth, sold their rights for 5,000 naira, but I still blame the system, because if you have youths and like the way other developed countries are working, where that cannot happen in other developed countries, because people vote for who they want to vote for. Okay, and that's because the poverty level is not as they're not as stricken in poverty as it is for us back home in Nigeria. People can't find their next meal to eat, and you offer them 5,000 naira. That's like offering them heaven. That's like offering them, I don't know how to explain it to you, when they don't have their next meal, they are not working, nothing. That is like offering them everything that they've ever wanted. Imagine giving 5,000 naira to a poverty-stricken person. End Buhari's government. Shout out to you, David Hope Edward. Thank you for joining. Yes, please, end Buhari's government. Please, end it now. I have been shouting these things. Like, please, someone end it already. Like, me, I'm done, but someone is breaking my heart now by telling me that it's 2023, and I'm like, we're still in 2020. We still have 3 years to go. I don't understand. Was it just last year that Buhari entered, or did everything take a slow motion in my eye? Because I thought he came in like 10 years ago, because it's been a minute. It's been like forever that Buhari has been in power. Like, he has been in power for quite some time. Wait, please, no, guys, please, now someone help me refresh my memory, okay? I might be getting some things wrong, because I'm also fighting a battle where I am. We're also trying to get someone else to leave. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm, miscalculating who needs to go or who has been in power for quite a long time. Okay, because I do know that the election in the States is going on this year, right now. Okay, so I'm trying not to be blindsided by that. But please, tell me, someone remind me, anybody help a sister out. When did Buhari come into power? Please, I must have forgotten. Please, I must have forgotten. Someone remind me. Please, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Anyone, please help me. Someone, please, I'm waiting. Sorry, I had to meet you guys for a little bit. Like, I don't know when Buhari came into power, but I'm curious to know, like, am I missing something? When it's 2023, did he do is he on the second term? Guys, please don't yab me. Don't yab me, please, because I'm like, Buhari didn't just come to power last year, did he? Because it's been like he's been there for a while. 2015. Wait, he's going. The youths can liberate themselves if they want. Many countries of this world have been where we are today. That, and finally said, enough is enough. Nigerians can do it. So Psych is saying that the youths can liberate themselves if they want. Many countries of this world have been where we are today, and they finally said enough is enough. So Nigerians can do it. So he's trying to say that Nigerians basically shouldn't sell their rights regardless of the level of poverty. Yeah, that's what he's saying. 2015. Why is he doing a second term? 2015. Wow. Buhari is in. Now I'm officially confused, because how did Buhari even get in for a second term is what I'm trying to figure out. How did he get in for a second term? Oh, Lord have mercy. 2023 is far. 2023 is really, really far. Please. It is too far. It is too far. I'm not even like, I'm not even kidding you. 2023 is a while for him to still remain there. Please, I beg. I'm begging. Like, something just needs to happen. And meanwhile, are we even sure that the guy is still valid? If you get what I mean. Are we still sure that he's still alive? Because there's also the issue of us not being sure if he's alive. There's also that issue too. Because I can almost sense that, there's a cover-up. I can sense that there's a cover-up, because if you've watched this movie, this politics series, this Scandal, you will know that there's a lot that can be covered up. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that can be made as well, but there's also a lot of cover-ups that can happen. Okay, so I'm like, are you sure that the guy is still alive? That's even the one that is like, I feel like they're just playing with us, because if he's not alive, it will kind of ease me in some type of way, because I'll be like, because he cannot be desensitized to happenings around your happenstances. Do you understand? But if he's alive, then that will really like shake me, because I'll be like, wow, this guy is really, mean. Because you can, if you are alive and all these ongoings are happening and you are not addressing it, I'll be like, so a part of me is praying that, or not necessarily, not that I wish him bad, but I'm just like hoping that it's because, he is passed on, and which I understand the family, and for the sake of the nation or whatever uproar, maybe they will just want to keep it private, that he's passing, which I'm not agreeing with anyway, because that means that you're lying to Nigerians, which is completely, because it's going to come out any which way. You cannot be, if you passed on, you cannot stay on passed on for long. Do you understand? If you've passed on, you cannot stay on passed on. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Syke. I appreciate you. You literally have stayed with me through it all. I'm just going to miss the conversation, but thank you so much. I appreciate you, Syke. You have permission to leave. Okay, we have to leave now. Thanks for having me. The topic is interesting. Thank you so much. I literally, had to rant and vent, and thank you guys so much for staying with me. I still have a few more people that I can still stay with and gist with and hang out with. But I just want to know, please, anybody else, because Psych Media is the one giving me all the information, but it has to leave now. I'm like, if Buhari, I'm just hoping that, it's still valid and that there's no cover up, but it will still break my heart, because I kind of feel like some of these things that they're trying to cover up, playing us all these like backdated videos of 1942, not necessarily videos that are recent, and he has not addressed us, because I don't think there's any president that there is a president that I've witnessed that there will be a protest ongoing and you never ever address it. But that might be the situation. It might be that he's alive. Some are claiming that he's not alive. I have never ever experienced it where, the state of our president, whether his state of his life, whether alive or not, is questioned. I have never experienced such. So this is still, everything that is happening is still all new to everybody. But this is, especially new to me, that such things can even happen. Okay? That there can be a cover-up of whether a president is alive or is living and all that stuff. Like, all these things are just special to me. They are just absolutely special. Thank you guys so much for staying. Who else is still here? If you're here, please say hi so I can know, those that are still here. I feel like I've been ranting for like, oh my God. I've been ranting for about an hour, 40 minutes now. And I just intended to just come here and cry for like 9 minutes and just leave. But Thank you guys so much. I really do hope that you guys enjoy the conversation. I want to say that we can keep doing this, we can keep moving, where Nigeria can be, the country that we want it to be. It's going to take a lot, but with everything else, there needs to be, it's going to take time. It's going to take a whole lot of time. It's definitely going to take a whole lot of time for Nigeria to get to where it needs to get to. But I also believe, in as much as people are saying pray, I also believe that prayer is really, really important. Thank you so much, Cassie. Thank you, girl. Oh, you're still here. I also believe that prayer is important as much as I feel that, we need to also take action with words in as much as you can do. But most importantly, that nobody is mute. Nobody is like, oh, don't be on the wrong side. Don't be on the wrong side of history. It's like talking back, looking back to, when Martin Luther King was making the movement. Don't just be one of those people that are sitting on the sidelines of things. Be one of those people that are part of making changes in whatever little way you can. Don't be mute. Make as many videos as you can. If you're a witness to anything, don't say this is not a valid video, or this is something I should keep. Share what you can, share whatever information you can. Of course, make your research and don't share, information that will make people panic, but share very, very valid information as much as you can. Don't keep quiet. You never know. It might just be for one person that will get those information. And please do your part. I truly, truly appreciate everyone that has been with me. I'm just still going to be hanging out, just, to get it to 2 hours. I'm just going to wait for anybody else that just wants to come and, just say hi, or we'll just chit chat. Basically, let me see if there's any comment that I missed. I think I pretty much covered it. Miss Toreen Essential, thank you guys so much. It's anger. Like, there's just been a lot of emotion. I know Roxanne Vibes was here. I know Shug's World was here. Thank you guys, so many people. Yeah, I didn't miss anybody. Like, it's just been crazy. It really has just been crazy. Floyd, oh, thank you, Juana, Taurine, thank you guys so much. Everybody that joined in, David, like, it's really been it's really been from one thing to the other. It's really been from one thing to the other. And I know that Nigerians are also mad because they also feel like certain celebrities like Beyonce, Naomi Campbell, they feel like those people are not speaking out for us, because when it comes to maybe making videos and like the Black is King album, we were talking about how, she exploited Africa, but now that we need them to speak up, they're not speaking up. And I feel like I really wanted them to speak up, because it really wasn't going to take much from them. You feel me? It really wasn't. But then again, I guess they felt, this isn't their struggle. It's an African struggle, but which is sad though, because we kind of look up to these international celebrities back home and in Africa in general. We look up to them. We're always at the forefront, always hailing them like they're our own, like they're our sisters or brothers. And then I went to, Shade Room, and I was like, I saw the comments. There was a Nigerian artist, Tiwa Savage. She's like, number one. She's our own Lady B, right? And so she did a video pleading with Beyonce and all the likes. And she's like, oh, please, you guys, reach out to us and, just help us, let know what's going on in the society. But I don't know if they addressed it. So some people in the shade room were saying, like, look, what do you want Beyonce to do? Like, is she your god or whatever? Like, the comments in the shade room, I was like, okay, I didn't know where that, there was some sort of beef with us and the African American society. I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm still like trying to gather information about that. But that was just one of my opinions as to the vibes that I got. Because I was like, when it was Black Lives Matter, we literally were like, Black Lives Matters. Everybody was posting it, doing their best, because I mean, if you're human and you have any human emotion in you, you understand that. When you see some injustice, you have to speak out. You cannot be mute about it. Even if it's so much as reposting or just sharing the flag. But I do know that Riri spoke out about it. Like, she shared the flag. I know Kanye West, tweeted about it. I don't know some of the celebrities. I think who else am I gonna mention? There's this fine boy. I can't remember his name now. His name always escapes me, but he's pretty cute. Oh no, Trey Songs, yeah. So he also, mentioned about it. I don't follow everything, but I do know that a couple of artists definitely mentioned about this, and some people in the sharing were like saying that I shouldn't expect Lady B to talk about everything, or we shouldn't like put our eggs and be waiting for what are they going to do for us, what are they going to do, like we make it seem like, oh, Beyonce is everything, like she has her own life and all that stuff. But I always say that a struggle for one person is a struggle for everybody, especially if it's something that you can really really relate with, especially police brutality. I feel like most people can relate with, and it's just funny talking about it now that I don't know what the issue is with police and their brutality. I think is the power that has been given to them. I think there's just so much in there's just so much when people are given power. I think that people abuse it. People don't know how to manage power. I think that's one of the issues that I'm also learning with everything that is going on. People don't know, especially the police. Maybe they feel like, who is going to hold them accountable? Who is going to do this and that for them? Like, who can even say anything to us? Nobody can even, say anything to us. Like, you can't even tell us nothing. Okay? So I think that's one of the issues that I noticed and I observed in this. And I just want to say to anybody listening out there, to anybody who has the capacity to make any change, please don't say like, oh, what am I going to do? Which platform do I have? How many followers do I have? How many subscribers do I have? Just know that your voice is pretty important. Your voice matters, your videos matter. You keep sharing the word, like whatever it is that you know how to do, whatever it is that you can do to be a part of the struggle, to be a part of the movement. At any point in time where you see that there's an injustice going in a particular environment, please always speak out. It is super important. I just also think that is one of the qualities of you trying to hold yourself accountable and be a leader and being a good person in general. You just being human. If you see that something ongoing is wrong, I feel like you have the right to speak out. Don't just go on like nothing is happening when something is actually happening. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. I don't even think you would even do it without your conscience judging you, because at some point I also think that when you move on, because I personally I was just going to film a video and just act like, you know what, it's fine, like Nigeria will be fine, that kind of thing. But my conscience, I was like, I cannot just make a video and act like people's lives didn't just get lost, like people didn't just die for a cause, not just for themselves. They are fighting a fight for every one of us. I don't know. This is not like me trying to emotionally blackmail anybody, but this is just me saying what I feel is right in my heart to say. That you cannot, like, wow, to the people that are literally just moving on like it's business as usual. Like my brother posted, he said, to the people that are literally just moving on like it's business as usual, like, I respect you guys. I don't know how you can just move on. Like, I can't, but I wish I could, but I can't. Okay. But I really, really wish I could. So if at any point you have any platform, to help out, to speak, whatever, in whatever little way that you can, it means a lot. People are always watching. You see some of the ladies that came here, some even like, I have a few friends that haven't reached out to me. They're not even like Nigerian or anything. But they reached out to me like, how are you holding up? They say everything that is going, hope you're doing well. Some would even comment on my pictures, like what I've posted, my country's flag and all those things are pretty important. And it also shows me that, you have some sort of humanity, because I know, some people, some cultures don't really like Nigerians. They feel a certain type of way. I can understand people's, you might meet one person and be like, but it's not enough. Like someone would tell me, okay, just like we're talking of the issue of racism and all that, it's like you say everybody is racist, like all the whites. I don't think so. I feel like there will always be a few good people. So even if you've had a bad experience with a Nigerian that you feel like, oh, I'm just going to, like, what? It's even good for them. It serves them right. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think that that's good. Like, you can't even say that and be calling yourself that you're a good person. Like, no. I understand. I'm trying to understand and relate, because there's how you can meet, you can hear about one person's, like, behavior to a particular person and be like, you want to use that to just judge as that being your opinion. But I don't think you should completely conclude and say, oh, that country, they definitely deserve what comes to them or whatever it is that they're experiencing. Because whether you like it or not, I sense things. I pretty much feel like I can sense some things. I can sense some countries. I can sense some vibes. I can sense some people saying, oh yeah, like Nigerians, you don't mind them. They're too stubborn headed. Their government should even treat them the way. Yeah, whether you like it or not, some people actually, I saw something like that, and I sensed it. But I just want to say that injustice is injustice, wrong is wrong. Whether you like it or not, wrong is wrong. There's some things that you can't try to justify. Like what happened in my country, you can't try to justify the killings of people that are peacefully protesting. You cannot. Whether you try to make sense of it or you don't try to make sense of it, there are some things that you can't just justify, and that is one of those things. You cannot try to justify those things, period. Just the same way you cannot try to justify keeping quiet or not even like saying anything when happenings are going on, things are going on around you. You're just going to act like, okay, well, oh, we'll be fine. To shock you. I know there are certain Nigerians that are feeling like, okay, you know what, this protest maybe is a little bit out of hand. Maybe there are certain people that are feeling that way, whether you like it or not. But I just want to tell them that just in case they don't know better, I think it is wrong. Okay, because the protest is not out of hand. We are not doing extra. We're literally just trying to make a statement, and it is also because of things that have happened over time that were issues that were not addressed. Is the bottom line. This is the repercussion of issues that were not addressed. Issues that should have been fixed but not fixed, and overall, just a systemic decay, a fault, a decadence in our corruption level, a decadence in our systemic practices in Nigeria. Whether it be from the cops, I don't think cops have the right to shoot at anybody while they're seated, while they're peacefully protesting. I feel like everybody has a right. If I come out now and say, I want to protest against my apartment for not doing this, doing that, I have the right. Everybody has the right to protest. I don't know at which point people started to say, oh, you can't protest. And as long as they're peacefully protesting, raising the flag of the country, you had no right to shoot them. You had no right to shoot them. And if they want to justify it by saying maybe the crowd was aggravated, if a crowd that much is aggravated, even if you guys are with guns, trust me, one soldier or police person would have gotten killed. Okay? It would have been it would have been a gory sight. But nope. They did what they wanted to do. They abused, they killed people, shot people, tried to pack their bullets, tried to dispose of the body. Have you seen that type of thing done by cops, by army officers, the same set of people that are supposed to protect us? And then the next time you see Nigerians acting up, you say, oh, why are we acting like behaving like that to Nigerians or to soldiers? They don't respect soldiers. No, it is simply because the same people that we have trust issues. How can the same people that are supposed to protect you now be the people that you are scared of? So then who do you call when you need protection? You feel me? Okay? So who do you call when you need protection? And when you see them, stop you, when you know that you're absolutely doing nothing wrong, because in developed countries, they don't just pull you over, except maybe, you have a bad light, tail light or whatever. At least that's what we expect, to normal people or normal cops. Like, you don't get pulled over randomly, you don't get abused, you don't get pulled over and asked to open your bank account, or get arrested for using an iPhone, or get arrested for looking fresh, or get arrested for having some dreadlocks. Those are like profiling. Okay, that is simply what it is. That is not like those are like, that is profiling. Okay, so people don't get arrested for having dreadlocks on their hair, you don't get arrested for having tattoos, but these are some of the issues that Nigerians are trying to protest. Just in case you don't know some of the issues, I just want to say this before I go. I have 7 minutes and I'm going to be out of here. Okay, so one of the reasons that we are protesting is because these SARS cops, the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, they arrest people for having dreadlocks, for looking fresh, dressing a certain way, mostly good, in a good way. They arrest you for that, using an iPhone. Trevor Noah made a joke that he was like, Okay, so if they arrest you for dressing well, that means when you're not dressed well, you're like, okay, and they don't arrest you, like, wait, wait a minute, does it mean doesn't mean I'm not dressed well? Like, oh my god, I started laughing out loud. I was like, oh my god. He was literally trying to make light of the situation, but he gave a very great analysis. And if you haven't checked that out, you should definitely check Trevor Noah's analysis of the ongoing in the country. That was pretty funny. So then they arrest people. They say you're looking fresh or whatever. They say maybe you're a Yahoo boy, like you're a fraudster. That's what it means. Hi, Gracefully UT. Thank you, sis, so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for stopping by. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I was saying how SARS would arrest, people for having dreadlocks, having tattoos on their head, for just looking fresh. There was even a lady that was like, they arrested her and they said she's looking good. She was coming back from work and they said, she's like, a street hawker. Like, you get what I mean? Like like a prostitute or whatever. And she was like, no, I work hard for my money. How can you just arrest me on the basis of that? And so some of the issues that they also mentioned was that when they arrest those people, they first of all tell you to open your account forcefully, that you should give them their phone. Just listening. Thank you. How you doing? I'm doing so well, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please help me give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it at any point. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you so much. Gracefully, it means a lot to me. So they're like, they would ask, the SARS would literally stop you. Maybe first of all, they'll profile you. You have dreads, you have tattoo, that's all the profile, you look fresh. They'll say, okay, this one is definitely a fraudster or a potential fraudster. If you have a laptop, probably a MacBook, I'm guessing, or an iPhone, those are the things. When they see you carrying of those gadgets, they tell you to open your account number, because I guess their idea was because there were so many fraudulent activities happening. Fraudsters, I know Nigerians, are pretty out there for, fraudulent activities. Nobody's discrediting that. Our boys, have not been doing well. But I still say, I'm not justifying it, but it still boils down to systemic things. If everything was going on well and the boys know that they go to school, get a job, all these were not prevalent in the previous, societies. Also, I want to also say, I'm not justifying what they're doing, because it's completely wrong. Fraudulent activities is completely wrong. Okay, there's million and one things. There are businesses that you could start, there are handworks you could learn. You should try to get yourself to school, even if you're broke or whatever. Try to do business, try to study, try to do better. There are literally people that I know that are earning legitimately, so that is not an excuse for trying to dupe people of their hard-earned money. Like, there's no justification for that. Okay, so yeah. So basically, when they arrest you, they ask you to open your bank account. So that's my point. These Yahoo or fraudsters are known to, have millions in their account. So they ask you to open your account, okay? And if they see that you have money, they drive you to the ATM machine, ask you to withdraw and settle them. Okay, that's if you don't have on you. And if you don't have, even if you don't have money in your account, they still take you to jail, right? They lock you up. Hopefully that you try to make the bail, then they put a bail on you. So hopefully you can call family or friends or whoever it is that to come and discuss and settle them with money, of course, enough currency, right? So, and for those that are not able to make the bail, like they were talking about it they talked about it, like especially the Eastern cops, that if you're not able to make bail, then they take those people that are not able to make bail, drive them to a bush and snuff the life out of them. Just literally by being on the road. So that's why you need to understand the pain of Nigerians. Just literally, I wake up in the morning, I'm going about my daily work, trying to make living. Now, I'm not asking for good electricity, which we don't have, by the way. I'm not asking for good roads, which we don't have, by the way. I'm not asking for good infrastructures, good hospitals, good everything, good schools for my kids to go to, good colleges, high schools. We are not asking for all of that, none of that no more, which we don't have, by the way, right? We didn't even come at you guys initially, that we want good leaders, which we don't have, by the way. We are asking that you end the corrupt cops. Hi, Tunde. Okay, start a political party and let's start a political party and let youth vote for them. Okay, I'm not sure in what context you mean, Tunde, but thank you so much for joining in on the conversation. I appreciate you for joining in. Please break down what you mean. Please break down what particular aspect you mean. Start a political party and let youth vote for them. Who should start a political party? And yes, the youth will definitely vote for anybody they feel is competent enough to lead them, Okay, as long as we are sure that our votes are going to count. Okay, so that's another thing that we need to figure out. So we are not even asking for all of this. We're not asking for good roads. We are not asking for electricity anymore. We're not asking for good schools or good infrastructures, constant power supply, which we completely don't have, by the way. Might I add, shade intended. Okay? We are asking that this special anti-robbery squad called SARS, okay, which was employed by you guys, created by you guys, okay, the monsters that you guys raised, that you've given so much power that they feel that they are untouchable, right? We are asking that you put an end to them, in case you guys didn't understand. We say that you should end them. End, not rebrand, not rename them. We ask that you put an end to them. But for some reason, the government ignored all these cries. There was no point of, okay, let's come and sit and have dialogue. What are we talking about? Now, I don't know if you guys followed everything that I said the SARS would do. The SARS have also been accused of raping women in jail, stopping them on the road, harassing women physically. Women are getting raped. Boys are getting robbed by cops. Have you ever heard that the same people that are supposed to, they are special anti-robbery squad, but then they are the robbers themselves? Go figure. So guys can no longer keep dreads. If they keep dreads, they are hiding their dreads. They are covering up their tattoos, not because they don't want their parents to see them, not because they are going to church and they don't want their pastor to judge them or whatever. From the cops stopping them on the road for having tats, having ink that is an expression of themselves, for wearing chain. I don't know if you guys can comprehend it. I don't know if that even makes any sense to anybody, but those were the cries of the people. So we're having a protest and they were obviously not addressing us, obviously not hearing us. There was no dialogue. There was no instead what they came up with was, okay, they're going to rebrand it from SARS, which is the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, to SWAT. I'm not even going to bother my head about knowing what the SWAT is because it does not exist to me. It is not even a thing to say. I do know that, in the States here, they have their own SWAT team. But how does, like I said, changing the name of your spoiled dog from Johnny to Jenny affect the thing? Obviously, you're going to rehire the same set of people because, of course, that's what they're going to do. They're going to hire the same set of people that are in the SARS into the SWAT team here. Does that even make any sense? Then you now ask the youth not to react. People are scared for their lives going out. They are scared. Like, I'd always been hearing all this in, comedies that I'll be watching about, if SARS stop you, if SARS stop you, if SARS stop you. I always used to hear it, but I always thought, oh, it was funny. SARS. And I was like, okay. But during this protest was when I started to hear of the dealings of what these guys would make people go through. I was like, that definitely is traumatizing. Why would you be living your life existing and SARS is just harassing you like that? Of course, you'll be scared for your life. Do you know what it means for everybody in the whole state, worldwide, every Nigerian protesting for a particular cause? Right. So after rebranding, re-strategizing, they said that's the new thing they're going to do, of which Nigerians have protested before. And in 2015, 2017, 2000, when again, they disbanded the SARS and they kept reinstating them. They will disband them and they will come back. After people complain, they will disband them, they will come back. I'm confused. There are pictures of cops that people know that have been killing citizens and leaving their bodies on the ground or disposing their bodies. People have been going missing, not because we have kidnappers, but because SARS officials have been killing them. Okay? So now this is confirmed with proof, valid information. Right? So we are like, okay, fine. We just want you guys to put an end to that and we'll rest. But instead they refused. And as a result of us not accepting, that they changed the name of the SARS to SWAT as some sort of reform or whatever, which is not fixing our problem to end SARS, they decided to revenge. And of course, the protest was more in Lagos. Of course, as it should be. Okay? Because that's like the main state in the country, like where, all the happenstances, the youths and everything, all the show business and everything, where people are more. And that was like the hot spot of the protests. So the protest was happening there, and sometime around night, where protesters were there peacefully protesting, cops are sent to kill people. Like, that is not enough. We are waiting for our governor, the governor of the state, or the president to address the massacre, because it's a massacre that happened 20th of October 2010 2020. Okay, our government premeditatedly murdered our citizens for peacefully protesting against police brutality. Like, that was not enough. They completely denied it. They told international news that they are not aware that existed or that happened. You see my pain, you see our pain, you see our people's pain. I don't know if you're touched, or if you know that, this definitely, like, you can resonate with this pain. Please don't stop sharing, don't stop, publicizing what you can and doing the best that you can. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. I want to thank all of you who have stayed with me till this very moment. It's been 2 hours, and I really wanted it to be like interactive session. That's why I put the link there for people to join in on the conversation if they wanted to. So, but I still appreciate it all the same, just for you guys even listening to me. It really means a lot. Like, obviously I came here very downcasted, very emotional, depressed, drained. Okay, and it's okay, because I feel like I was mourning, I was grieving. I don't know any of the people that passed on personally, but you don't need to know them personally to feel their pain, because I felt like they were fighting a fight for all of us in general. They were just at the forefront. Okay, and it was very unfortunate, very sad. But most importantly, I think it also motivated me to do this live and speak up that their lives will never go in vain. I'm going to make sure that I get a compilation of all their names, because I feel it's so important to take note of the lives that are lost and look at those names and let it motivate you, so that when you're speaking, you speak with an intention. Okay, so that when you feel discouraged that, okay, maybe Nigeria might never get better, you say this life should not just go in vain. Other lives of our heroes past that have been lost, these particular lives will not go in vain, because this is our fight. This is our battle. Nobody is going to fight our fight for us anymore. Nobody. We keep waiting, and maybe United Nations, somebody, I was saying that earlier, but then again, I've realized that nobody is going to fight our fight for us. It's okay to pray. We will pray. We keep praying. The prayer is constant. The worship, the praise, be calling God, right? But we have to also act. We have to also act. When things need to be done, petitions need to be signed, whatever it needs to be done. I don't even want to wait till 2023. I feel that things need to change right now. Like, when everywhere is heated, the only thing you can do is just try to calm the situation. Whatever it is that needs to be done, please, let's do our parts. Protest when you can. Make a move. Make a move. Make a move. Don't just be an onlooker. Don't just be a passerby. Of course, don't put yourself in harm's way. Of course, don't put yourself in harm's way. But don't be afraid to make your voice known. Don't be on the wrong side. That's the worst side. Don't be on the wrong side. Be on the right side. Always be on the right side. It's so important. We pray, we praise, we Nigeria, we're really religious. Okay, so you can't take that prayer as away from us. But we also have to walk. There's just gracefully, your prayers just made me laugh, honestly. She said prayers and action. Yes, sis, that's all I've been saying. That is all I've been saying. Prayers and action. Okay, Tunde is saying that please get the names, as I am skeptical anyone died at the toll gates. Nobody has claimed anybody was taken away by the police, as claimed by actor DJ Switch. Okay, this is a new perspective. Tunde, please, I need you to join. Click on this link. You don't have to show your face. We can just hear your voice, okay? But I really want to hear this part of your conversation, because this is definitely new report to me. Your face, you don't have to activate your face, like for your face to show. You can just, it can just be your voice, like you're calling like a radio. But then I need to ask you a couple of questions, because now, you know, you're claiming that nobody died, and this is definitely one of the issues that I'm here to also address and discuss, because I don't know where these reports are coming from. So if you're sure that you have valid information, please, all you need to do is go to www.streamyard.com/ follow the last few alphabets, click on it, I'll add you, and then we'll hear your voice and get to hear your opinion. But this is very, very interesting that you are saying that. Okay, this is very, very interesting that you're saying that, because it's some of the issues that I saw on the internet, and I was like, some people were saying that um don't let it, like, don't be deceived by the lies and those things, because these are part of the conspiracies that the government is trying to say that nobody was killed. But there were, I saw people actually filming and hearing gunshots. So are you saying that the gunshots didn't completely take place? There were no shootings at all? Because anywhere there are shootings, even if you're shooting, those were sporadic shots in the air. Stray bullets happen every other day. Okay, so if what you're saying is correct, then you're saying that, so those shootings were happening, people were just shooting in the air and nobody got killed. Is that what you're saying now, Tunde? Because we need to address this. It is super, super important for us to address things like this. Very, very important. Very important. Because it's one of the reasons why I wanted to also come here. And it's probably, you know, like you're saying that, because I saw videos of people that were in their houses and they were filming, you know, I could see the lights, the bullets going up in the air. I could hear like the gunshots, you know, pa, 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 pa. I heard it. I saw it. I saw people running. I saw some people shouting, just lay down, sit down, do this. So there was havoc, there was chaos rather. There was chaos, and yes, there was havoc, but there was chaos everywhere. It was a chaotic situation. And what you're saying now is that DJ Switch is an actor. You said actor DJ Switch. I caught that shade, by the way. You are saying actor DJ Switch. So I don't quite understand you, bro. We need to settle this, okay? We need to settle this, okay? Like, I'm confused. I really am, because now you're making it seem like Atune, okay, Gracefully UET is saying that, did you see Kafi dance in Lekki? The guy she pulled out a bullet from died. She testified of it, not a rumor. You see the issues. You see the issues, guys. This is why you guys need to join this link. I cannot just like be talking to myself. It seems like, no, I literally do not know everything, but I want to hear people's opinion. Gracefully UET, if you can join, sis, please join. Like, we need to, Tunde, if you can join. Like, let's talk about this directly. That is why I joined using StreamYard, so I can add as many people as I want. It can take up to like 10 people, but I definitely want to hear you guys in the conversation. Like, I'm confused. So you see, one of the issues that we're having, this is literally just a play of what is going on in our country. Like, some of the people are saying that no, people did not die, but we saw bodies of people that passed on. So I'm confused when you are saying that, you know, people did not pass on. It's almost heartbreaking, even like for you to even like say that, because if truly people passed on and you're saying people did not pass on, and that is sad, because now we're even trying to, you know, celebrate them and trying to get names and all that stuff, but you're trying to say that there was no lives lost. So you're saying that those guys just shot in the air and nobody died. Now that is oh, okay, sis. I understand. Definitely understand that. I said, no, it's late here. My kids are in bed. I definitely understand, because I don't know where all this wrong information is passing to and fro from, but these are the kind of things that, you know, you see on social media. You're like, okay, what is going on? Because I know that there will always be one of these people that are always trying to say, you know, try to discredit what is really going on. But I'm shook that, you know, people actually believe in it. Like, our government are trying to create, you know, trying to say, no, nothing really happened. But people, I'm surprised that people believe in it. I thought it was us against them, but people are actually believing in it. So it's also, it's really like, you know, sad to see. It's sad to see that people actually believe in it. Like, seriously. I think people were killed. I think lives were lost, Sunday. I think lives were actually lost, please. Okay? I think lives were lost. I think people were killed. So, guys, yeah, you said what you said is heartbreaking. Gracefully, you see saying Tunde, what you said is heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. Like my voice literally just went low. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Tunde, like, okay. I'm like, I don't understand. Let's not discredit someone's life. That could literally have been anyone, you know. It really could have been anyone. So, to hear this is anyway, I feel like, guys, it's been yes, I can't call now, but the soldiers so Tunde says, yes, I can't call now, but the soldiers disperse crowds by shooting in the air. I am very aware that crowds can be dispersed by shooting in the air. But are you also aware that they were trying to get rid of the bodies though? Or was that also a conspiracy theory to add because there were bodies and I saw people, bullets being removed from people? Because you cannot say you want to shoot in the air to disperse crowd, okay? And nobody will get hit. It's not possible. It's not possible, okay? I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible that you just be shooting sporadically in the air and nobody will get hit. I feel like somebody is bound to get hit. Someone is bound to get hit. That I definitely feel. Someone is bound to get hit. Now, did that person make it? It happens all over the world. The present one, family that lost a loved one. Okay? I'm confused with that statement though. What happens all over the world? The dispatch, the shooting in the air, or the soldiers dispersing the crowds through shooting in the air. That's like known information that they probably shot in the air to disperse the crowd, but that was not the information that we got. DJ Switch said 78 people died, and now no, if it's the report of the number, okay. So sometimes when people are right there and there's havoc and traumatized, everybody is, they can exaggerate the number. I'm not justifying, I'm saying, but maybe she should have said a lot of people died, but she just said 78 people. Now she's saying 15 people. So now the issue is not, I'm not against what she said or what she didn't say or what was said or what wasn't said, right? What I'm trying to address is, are you saying that there was no particular life, like no single person got hit or died? Because now that would be a different information completely. So that is what we need to address today. We definitely need to address that. Because I feel that people got hit. And I know that, with shootings like that, someone is bound to get hit. Like, definitely. Now, would the person pass out? Might not pass out. The person pass on? Might not pass on. But if someone would definitely get hit. That I'm sure of. In such a crowd like that, definitely. And then there was also the case of at least more than one source, not just DJ Switch now, more than one source has also said that more than one source has said, okay, Tunde, I don't think Tunde is a YouTuber. I don't think he's a YouTuber. Gracefully UT. She says so. Gracefully UT is saying to you that Sunday, if you know Booz Bay Kamsi, a fellow YouTuber like us, she lost someone close dearly to her, and she has been traumatized for days now. Okay, so you see today that some of these things, it's you can imagine, for someone like that, and her reading your message and saying no one was lost, and you're saying that, and she's like, huh? I lost someone, so I don't understand what you're trying to say. It's definitely going to sting and hurt much more than, discrediting. Tunde, okay, still says nobody died at all at the toll gates. Okay. So that's what Tunde is saying. Tunde is still insisting that nobody died at the toll gates. Okay, Tunde, if that's what you say, if that's what you said, or if that's what you're saying, or that's what you're insisting on, it is well. It is well. We'll definitely get to the root of it, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I really don't know what to say about this. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know what to say about this. Because if you're saying nobody died at all at the toll gates, then I don't know what to say about this. Because legit, the information circulating is that people passed died. They may have died elsewhere, but not at toll gate. They called it a massacre, which is a gross exaggeration. Okay, Tunde, gross exaggeration. Wow, wow, Tunde, wow, wow. I really want to know who you are, Tunde. Grace, where did the person she lost die? Okay, so there is also the situation where after the shooting at toll gate to kind of disperse the crowd, to like Tunde claims. So people ran forward, yeah. People ran forward and they said 45 minutes later they met cops. Cops came to meet them, like, okay, so let's say, right? Okay, so this is where the crowd is, right? The soldiers come from here and they are shooting in the air. The crowd runs, right? Then right where in front of the crowd, right here, they meet police, start shooting them. And those ones, the cops are shouting, kill them, finish all of them. So I don't know. I don't know how valid all this information are, but at least I watched the video of like three people saying that there was one that was that was like not necessarily a talk. I don't like to call people talks because I don't know if he is a talk for sure. But there was a protester that I watched, and he was saying that there were cops as well as there were soldiers. There wasn't just cops, it was also soldiers. And somebody else too said it, that it wasn't just cops, there were soldiers. And DJ Switch reaffirmed as well that 45 minutes later, I don't think those people have any reason to lie today. I don't think they have any reason to lie. I don't think so. I don't think they have any reason. Sunday, good night, because Kafi said ambulance could not come to the toll gate, so the guy she tried to save died there. Yes, but we definitely saw that video. I agree with Gracefully UT, because we saw that video where they were like the nurses and all that were trying to, pass through, but they were saying the soldiers were not allowing them. Soldiers were not allowing them. We saw that video and we could tell that they were in panic because they were trying to make calls, trying to call people, we're trying to do stuff. So I don't think, I actually legit think that lives were actually lost. I think that lives were actually lost. I think lives were actually lost. Because, like, I still remember, just like Gracefully you said, she just struck a point when she was saying, that we saw ambulances that could not get to the toll gate because they said the cops were not allowing them pass through. So I don't think that is a lie. Okay, I don't think that is a lie to me. So what do you have to say about that? So Tunde says, Kemi, how many times I call you? Please, this Tunde, okay, do we know each other? You called me 3 times. No Nigerian family will accept their loved ones' bodies to be stolen. There will be lots of families in outrage. So how do we know they are not outraging? And who where do they outrage to where? To the army quarters? We already know how that is going to end. Where do they do their outrage to? Exactly, Tunde. You need to call to make your point clear, because just because even if the bodies were not stolen like people claimed, but there were still videos of people that passed on Sunday that we saw on the internet. There were still videos. Okay, so now your point is that nobody died, right? Okay, let's say we agree nobody died. Are you saying nobody was hit? Are you justifying that the cops coming to shoot was valid? Good night. Good night, sis. Thank you so much for joining. I think Tunde is a journalist. Tunde is a journalist too. He wants to finish us with questions and responses today. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So, Tunde, I'm here. I have your time. I have your time very well. Even if there was even if they took the bodies, like okay, like you're saying they didn't take the bodies, even if there was the families outrage, where would they outrage to? But I do see Tunde's points though. He kind of has a point, because if bodies were If bodies were taken, the families will be angry. But then again, if the families will be angry, I'm trying to analyze it. Where would they walk to? Where would they say they want to go and fight is it the cops or the soldiers? Well, I mean, we all know how we are all scared of soldiers in that country, right? We are really scared of them. So if for instance, say they take their body now, or Tune is saying like they didn't take their body, or cops or whatever, families will have outrage. If they took their bodies here, like the families will definitely want to outrage, but outrage to where? To the army barracks. You already know how that is. You already know how that is. That is definitely going to, like, do army listen to people? Do soldiers even listen to anybody? Soldiers don't listen to anybody. They are like, how do I explain them? We already know how it is. Almost like their own mini gods. Nobody, they are untouchable to. Like, we're having and we're also at would I say at war, but we're also like, in the middle of a protest with the government. So who is going to even, hi Naomi, God help us, too many things going on around the world. Yes, sis. Yes, too many things going on. Yes, sis. Thank you so much. Please give the live a thumbs up so that other people can know, and join in. It always helps. Presently, no family can move or do anything. You see? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, gracefully, UT. I'm like, even if, they want to protest, they can't do anything. Like, you can't walk to an army barracks and say, we want to, do anything, that you took our brother's body or whatever, his dead body. Like, nobody can do it. You can't do that. You know how army will finish you? Like, are you kidding me? Army literally beats you when you're on your rights, which is one of the issues that we're having. They beat you when you're on your rights. So who would definitely want to dare them? Nobody. That's what I mean. Nobody wants to dare them. Nobody, like, it's that bad. Even something that you're supposed to fight for, like, say, your family's body, even if it got killed, which is so annoying and despicable. But you can't even go there to fight back at them, because it will be like, where, how? Did you see us taking it? From where, how, where, who? That kind of thing. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I really don't know about, but today I would definitely love to maybe we could schedule another time where we could have this conversation, because I definitely want to hear people's opinion. That's one of the reasons for doing this live, just to give people an opportunity to just talk and hear what they have to say, or how they're feeling, raw emotions and all that stuff. Yeah. So okay, so Tunde is he's defining what a massacre is, and he says massacre, noun, the unnecessary, indiscriminate killing of large number of human beings or animals, as in barbarous warfare or persecution for revenge or plunder, slaughter as of persons or animals. But I can see a few words that kind of align with what happened based on what was happening. It was definitely indiscriminate killing of large number of human beings, and for revenge or plunder, definitely it was a revenge from the Nigerian government. That I quite agree on. It was definitely a revenge. It was a revenge because we were protesting. So I don't know how to feel about that, but it was definitely a revenge. Okay, so Tunde says families can go to the press or media. That's why I said, Kemi, get the names that you said to do in memorial, then I will believe. Okay. I see your points, Tunde. I see your points. I definitely see your points. I hear your points. Okay, as well as I see them as you were making them. And I definitely want to know the names of the people that, passed on, because that will be, my own way of definitely acknowledging them and dedicating something to them. So it's definitely something that I want to look out for and do. So yeah, there is that. There is definitely that. So guys, I just have 2 more minutes to go. I feel like I've been here for quite a while now. I really, really enjoyed the conversation and all of you stopping by. But since none of you has refused to come on, that would have, made me want to stay longer and all that stuff. But I feel like, I've pretty much talked drained myself out. Emotions were flying everywhere, but it was definitely a good conversation. It was definitely a good conversation, I meant to say. And I enjoyed every little bit of it. I didn't get bored. You guys definitely kept me on my toes, and I really enjoyed all the feedback. I enjoyed having you, Tunde, especially Yossi, Naomi, Cassie, everyone. Even those that are on that I don't know, they don't want to say hi. But if you're here, please say hi. Sorry. Okay, I'll get you one tomorrow, Kemi. Okay, what are you getting me gracefully? What are you getting me? I just had to come ease myself. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. I really appreciate you, Naomi. Naomi with the phone. Naomi always giving calm. I'm like, Naomi, we need to connect on Instagram because you're definitely into like the pose life, and I love to see that. I love your um. Okay, so Tunde says I am in support of the protest, but overall, let's get the youth that are 70% of the population to form a political party. It's very important and easy in this climate. Spread the word. Oh, for sure. I quite agree on that. I mean, that's the one thing that we're definitely going to agree on Sunday. Forming a political party, especially with the youths that are like 70% of the population. You definitely just literally said it all. You know, that is so important. Representation is everything. Oh, Naomi says my skin is looking good. My skin is looking good. Thank you so much. Today was like a no makeup day. Usually when I'm on my lives, I try to do makeup, but my emotions were so raw. My emotions were so raw. I just had to come, and I was literally almost part of Nigeria. I'm a mix of both tribes. My dad is originally from Kogi State. My mom is Anambra, so I would say Yoruba and Igbo merged together. So 50-50. What they call a would they say a mixed, I don't like to say half caste, but a mix of both Yoruba and Igbo is what I refer myself to. Okay. So yeah. Guys, who else? What information have I not read? Okay, yeah. Tony, I was just gonna like round up with based on what you said that the youth we definitely need to we did now is the time to gather all our muscle together, all our strength and power in number, and definitely make things happen. Like now is the time to make things happen. Now is the time to make things happen, guys. Now is definitely the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I really hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Please don't forget, if you can, share this video. If you can, it's not really a video, it's a live stream, but if you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. If you have anything, 2023 should not go to APC. Definitely not go to APC or PDP. That is not even up for conversation. 2023 is not even it should not even, that is not even up for conversation today. I quite agree with you. It's not even going to any of them by God's grace and with action, not just saying by God's grace, but it's definitely not going to any of them. Definitely. No, those guys, they've tried. They've tried. Atiku, who plundered Nigeria as vice president under OBJ, should not. Oh my God! Please don't even get me started on Atiku because there was one time I was saying something about somebody that will be tweeting. I'm like, any leader that was not at the forefront of these protests, marching with the people, should not be in power. Should not even he should not even like campaign. He should not even like what's the word? He should not even aspire. When you want to be president, what's the word? Anyone who was not at the forefront of the protests should not be qualified to campaign or to there's a word I'm trying to look for. Should not even like campaign for president, should not even apply, you know, he shouldn't even aspire because you're not a leader. The Nigeria that we need now, we need good leaders, yo. We need good leaders. Like with the way things are going now, with how the youths are angry, this is not even time for play. Like, don't even come here smelling of nonsense. We don't even want that. We don't even want that. We don't even want that. Seriously. Anybody that is not like legit, we don't want that. We don't want that. Anybody that's not legit, you better come correct, because the way Nigerians blood after this was literally all the experience that we needed. And I hope that, um I hope we don't get traumatized by this. That's just what I pray. I pray that we don't get traumatized by this. That's just my prayer. That article is definitely not coming near us. Article is not our portion in Nigeria, I tell you. No, gracefully it is saying, but this is not the time to have a leader in a protest, because the government. No, no, no. We're not even saying, but I'm just saying anybody that didn't speak up or speak for us. You know the way the system works here is that if you want to be a part of, if you know that you're going to be, someone that you want people to get noticed, if you know that you have that dream, you cannot just come up a year before the election and say you just thought about becoming a president. It must have been a forethought. It must have been premeditated, like, okay, and would have been seeing the potential of the person. That's why people are saying people like Fowles, all those celebrities that spoke up, that they should be the ones that will be the next president, because those are the qualities of a leader. A leader is born in the midst of, chaos. And they'll be like, okay, I need to stand up for my people. I need to speak up for my people. Not that you just wake up 2 nights before. So I feel like if you can't stick up for your people in this time, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But I definitely think that at least should be someone that should be aspiring to become a leader should have already been, like, pretty much someone that we know right now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Seriously, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I feel like we've had a good conversation, guys. Hey guys, I need to feel like we've done it all. We've said it all. Everything has you know it's been good, yo. It's been good. I really, really appreciate everyone for coming around. Appreciate you all for sticking with me. It was definitely good. I enjoyed the conversation. I definitely feel better, just venting out and voicing out how I feel. I definitely, definitely feel better. I really do. I really, really do feel better. Thank you, Gracefully. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you if you're there. Grow up with Naomi Tunde. Thank you. I definitely enjoyed your conversation. Gracefully UT. There's one more person. I don't know who. But thank you guys so much. It was really, really good. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything and everyone. It's been such an amazing conversation. Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you. Grow with Naomi is saying, is everything slowing down with violence? I'm not Nigerian, but love the culture. Oh, for real? I know you are Nigerian. We definitely appreciate you for loving the culture. Nothing is really slowing down. I don't understand what you mean by slowing down. If anything is slowing down, I think it's just people in general, just trying to get their emotions back together after everything has happened. You know, everybody's just trying to get themselves together after everything has happened. The emotions were just a lot. Everything that happened definitely affected everyone. Like emotionally, everybody's just been drained. Yes, there has been bad governance ongoing for a while, but the rate at which a government also treats people when they are protesting also matters. Like how you react to the protests, especially we're not even coming against you. We're just saying end those cops, okay? Those bad cops that just end that particular. So what they could have done was just listen to the cry of the people, and then you know address us. And I also think they should have been very fast with it. They let it escalate too quickly. If you ask me, I feel like they let it escalate to such a long time. So that's just one of my own issues as well. So that's another issue that we are having though. Okay, she's saying with the violence that is happening, is everything slowing down with the no, I don't. Yeah, I think with the violence that has happened, which was what I think they were trying to instill, they were definitely trying to instill fear in us and weaken us, which I would say things definitely have reduced. Like the protests, I don't know, but so far what I see in other countries, anywhere they see any of the politicians that have been taking our money and all that stuff, you know they have been. Hi, Professor Lifestyle. Hello, host. Hi, everyone. Came back gracefully. Oh, gracefully, you shared me out. I didn't even know this. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. We're literally just talking about Nigeria and all that stuff. I've already is always like we really just went gone through everything, had a conversation and everything, which I really, really appreciate. Gracefully, I really appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much for sharing me out. That really means a lot to me. You know, it was just good vibes, just good vibes, just good vibe. We're just having a conversation, a heart to heart. There's been ongoing killings in Nigeria, and we just really needed to address some of the issues. Just come here, vent, rant, the killings. But now there was someone that joined, I think Tunde. I don't know if Tunde is still here, but he's trying to say, okay, that some of those killings were not valid. So that kind of just brought down the tempo for me personally, because now I'm second guessing. I'm like, okay, so are you saying there were no killings? But regardless of whether killings or no killings, the palliatives that were given to the people for them to share for COVID funds definitely should have been given to the people. So it's still not saying that the governance in Nigeria is not good. So there's no gainsaying that one. That one is just pretty much obvious. Okay, it's just pretty obvious. There's no gainsaying that one, that the governance in Nigeria is definitely poor. And we as the youth, we need to have a strategy. We definitely need to plan and all that stuff. So yeah, that's about it. That is about it. So that's it, Jerry. That's what we've just been about talking. Oh, I say I know I'm Nigerian. What part of Nigeria are you from? Nice to meet you, sis. Nice to meet you. It's always nice to meet a sister. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What part of Nigeria are you from, and what's your channel about? So what's your channel about? Let us know. Man, I love making new friends, meeting new people. I would definitely love to. Okay, so Growth Naomi says, I'm from Haiti. We always have this type of things over there too. It's sickening for me to see such happening still to this day. Sis, it's beyond amazing that such things. Hi, Professor says she's from Port Harcourt. Oshe. I love Port Harcourt people and their vibes. Always an energy. I have this PH friend. She loves her PH. She's always like, wow. Okay, so now you guys see pictures. I don't know if Tunde is still here. Now I got pictures. I have pictures. I have pictures. I have pictures for you, Tunde. I have pictures for you. You that you were saying there were no pictures. I have pictures for you. I have pictures, but if you've gone, that's fine. But there are pictures if you check the gram, okay? But you made me start searching for pictures and I found pictures, okay? And those bodies were carried away and carted in the van, so I don't know, but there are pictures. Tunde, if you're still here, I would love to show them to you. Go to a particular page and you see them for yourself. There are pictures, okay? People actually legit died, so I don't know. Yeah. And she said, you say some people, they are paying some people to denounce deaths. They are paying some people to denounce that there were no deaths, but there were deaths. Okay, you see that it's just a messy, messy country that we're living in. Very, very messy. Okay, so yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. We keep fighting. We keep on the fight. It's always going to be good vibes, always going to be good vibes and positive. The way forward now is what we should be thinking about. The way forward is what we should be thinking about. The way forward is definitely what we should be thinking about. The way forward for the country as a whole, that is what we should be thinking about. So that's about it. I'm already drained, guys. I don't want to give you guys low energy, so it's time for me to just end and chill and relax. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. See you guys another time. See you guys. I love you for watching. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Professor Lifestyle says my channel is about lifestyle, basically just cooking for now. Thank you. And yes, but a couple people are fun. That I agree. That I agree. So please, if you definitely like her name says, Professor Lifestyle. So yeah, it's been nice. Thank you so much, sis. And my energy is already low. I'm not usually this low. You could go check out my other videos. I'm usually boisterous, but happenstances, everything that is ongoing, situation, plus I may be drained, talking for hours. Hmm. I didn't know. Now I respect anybody that does like live stream and they're talking for hours. That is a whole lot of work. So thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you all. Bye, guys.